The Sunday Sequence Break.
Welcome to Learning How to Count with TSSB. It's
We're
episode
live, guys.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow.
Get it? Did you get it? 1,
Yep.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
In 1,000 episodes, we'll teach you how to count another number. But
well, we'll have 3,
yeah.
2, 1 eventually. Before then.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was unlearning how to count, and then we'll teach them how to count again. But it's Ape Escape 2 and 3. Thank God for apes. We love it. It's the Sunday Ape Escape. With me as normal guest. Well, not normal guest. I mean co-host.
You calling me normal?
No, definitely not calling you a guest either. It's Feasel. Feasel is
Hello.
co-host. Yeah. We are being reported to that PJ and Gildersneeze may show up later for records, but we don't know for sure. As for Duckfist, I haven't heard anything, but he might be there too. Who knows? Who knows? But the important part is our special guests. We have on the side of Ape Escape 3, we have Beuchi.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. And on the side of Ape Escape 2, we have IonG, Ion Gravere, IonG. Do you want to be called Ion? Ion's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ion's
What's
good.
it?
For those of you wondering why I said 3 first and 2 second, it's because of manners. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Sweet. Hey, Feasel.
Hey, what?
What have you been up to? You got to your recap now.
Oh, wow, we're already in the recaps. That's amazing.
We're already in recaps, yeah. We don't.
Wow, it's a goal split there. Oh, man, what have I been up to? PJ came over this week. We played Snake Rattle and Roll, and then my house burned down. Wait, no, not quite. The last part didn't happen, but we did play Snake Rattle and Roll, and a lot of things that weren't supposed to happen in that game happened. So, basically what we expected. And that's a hard game to play 2 players. I mean, I'd played it 2 players before, but we made a lot of progress, and we can get through the game okay, but we need to put some polish on it, I think, because we need to be better than just get through the game okay. But the hardest part, say again.
Of course, AGDQ standards are high.
Right, high standards, especially for co-op games that involve PJ. High standards for for how the speedrun goes.
Of course.
Right, because people don't want to see the game break and things go wrong and, hilarity ensue. They don't want to see that.
Marathons are just serious speedruns.
Yeah, it's just like world record after world record after world record. That's what they expect in a marathon. So I'm trying to get up to the point where I can provide that world record every time. Yeah.
World record every time.
Right.
So the idea, I can't do many more runs of this because eventually the world record is going to be 0 seconds.
Right. Well, you have to make small increments. Really, you can't just go all out.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I also got SGL finally off the ground and got that organized. So we'll talk about that at some point.
Yeah, you better.
I better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're having the first episode next Saturday at 4 p.m. on this station. So stay tuned all week for next Saturday, 4 p.m. to watch people play various games, one of which will be Castlevania 3. So we're really reaching out. Say again?
Oh,
Oh,
hang on.
yeah.
And I know someone who's looking at Castlevania 3.
No one plays that game currently. There's nobody who
No.
plays Castlevania 3, so this will be really neat. It'll be a game that people haven't seen before. We're kind of
It's a
like hitting the bottom of the barrel of NES games at this point.
Starting off at the bottom,
Yeah.
you know. You just open the bottom and just letting the games pour out that way. Well,
Yep, exactly.
yeah. All right. Is it my turn already?
Sure.
Goodness. So this week, speedrun wise, I haven't done much because I've been away. But next week, I get to make the exciting trip to DreamHack for the DreamHack speedrun Ludendi event that's taking place at DreamHack. Starting this Thursday, we get to be in the Dream Arena again on the big stage with commentary mics and everything, and people doing speedruns and people watching speedruns, and that's pretty cool. I get to be host again / commentator, and I believe I'm co-hosting with Adam as well, so that'll be great. So just the idea of being able to dick around with my friends on camera again is really just what appeals to me. But yeah, there's that coming up. There's some cool games. We'll talk a bit more about that when we get to watching a bunch of Halo. Like, I never thought I would, but I've been watching a bunch of Halo runs. Not sure what happened there, but I've been watching and enjoying them. It's bizarre. It's almost like they're entertaining, exciting runs, but it's just weird. I've never played the games really, so yeah, cool.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Next up, Beuchi, ladies first, of course. What have you been up to this past week-ish in the speedrunning world?
I've been playing a lot of Spyro and Crash. There's a really, what it seems to be a really big race in like a week or so. We're gonna play all 3 Crash Bandicoot and Spyro games 100%.
Wait, really? Wait, 100 or like the 105, 117 and all that?
Well, the 100% categories. There's like
okay, right, the
bunch
max
of
percent.
different numbers. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been pretty
That's actually
interested in that.
happening? I thought that was a joke.
No, it's
That's-
actually happening.
Oh god.
So
Surreal's
pretty
gonna...
quickly.
Oh, actually, no, because Surreal... Does anyone run both of those? Like, all the, like, 100%? Does anyone actually...
Like all the games?
Yeah.
Well, Saboom or SSBM stuff has been doing runs of all of
yeah,
them.
you're right.
I think the only one he hasn't done is Crash 1.
Crash 1's probably the hardest games of those 3 as well, so...
Yeah.
No. Damn, okay, I'm putting money on him then. Anyone want to bet, by the way, on this upcoming race? Like, I'm going to put money on SSBM. Just if anyone wants to call me up on that, like, I'll go for it.
I will bet this 1 penny on my desk against you or anybody else.
Wait, is that a US penny or an English penny?
It's a US penny, so
That's worth
no.
nothing.
it's nothing.
Yeah,
Throw that
I
out.
can't trade that for a real penny here, you know. I have one. No, actually, wait. No, this isn't a penny. This is a 5 cents. I have 5 cents. If you call me 5 cents, I'll bet that with you.
All right, I got 5 cents.
Okay, sweet. I got 5
Let's go.
cents on. I got 5 cents on stuff. You pick your guy. Let's go.
Okay, I have no idea
Alright.
who would actually do this race, so I'm gonna have to look at the contestants another time.
All right. Anything else, Beuchi?
No, not really.
No. Okay. Cool. There's worse things you can spend your time doing than playing classic PlayStation platformers. Definitely an underrated genre nowadays. Feasel. I feel good,
What?
like, outnumbering the 2D guys here. Like, having a good, like, solid amount of PlayStation runners here is, like, feels good. I feel empowered for once.
I ran a game that was
Right.
on PlayStation, so
You did,
I'll,
you
I'll
did.
jump
Didn't you run
on
it
your
PC,
bandwagon a
though?
little bit.
you run it
Shut up. And also, I ran it on PlayStation for a bit, but still.
You tried, Diesel. You tried. Okay. IonG, I'm just gonna laugh cough a second. What have you been up to?
Main thing is just, more monkey business, really. I've been doing some practice for AGDQ. I'm running one of the millions of Mega Man games in there. You know, have to meet the quota.
Oh, yep. It's got to be at least 1 million.
Yeah, at least 10 games in every marathon. You know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and aside from that, just like learning some other stuff, seeing if I want to branch out into another speed game that I can't give any info about yet.
That's okay. You know, that's like one of the few joys speedrunners have the right to, which is keeping your future speed games secret.
It's true.
It's something everyone enjoys. You always say, like, oh, you have the chance. You keep it quiet too. Hey, make sure that secret doesn't escape.
Where are you going with this? I don't get where you're going here.
We're going into the game of the week. It's a double dosage of I can't think of an ape word that begins with D, of monkeys. So good stuff. It's Ape Escape 2 and 3, the regrettably generally unknown Ape Escape sequels to the original Ape Escape. If you cast your mind back, geez, probably 2 years now, more than 2 years, you might remember the episode about Ape Escape 1. Well, they made 2 more Ape Escapes, 2 and 3, and they became broken at some point in time, just like their predecessors. But as they're somewhat similar in their engine and their design, we're going to merge 2 and 3 together. So we got IonG is representing Ape Escape 2, and Beuchi is representing Ape Escape 3. I'll be leaning biasedly towards Ape Escape 3. So first of all, we're going to get you guys to introduce them. For those of you who somehow missed out on 2 and 3, tell us a bit about them. Ion, what's up with Ape Escape 2? Give us a little intro.
Alright, well, the story is pretty similar to the first one. They escaped again, and the reason they escaped is kind of silly.
It's legit, man.
Alright, so the main character works with his family in the lab for the professor who's doing all the, like, monkey intelligence experiments and all that. He was supposed to send a shipment of pants for the monkeys, but he got the wrong boxes and he sent them the helmets instead, so...
The helmets makes it super smart, right?
Yes, exactly. So using that, they were able to break out of the zoo. And their plan this time...
They found pants somewhere.
Yes, thankfully. Thankfully, the game was able to maintain its rating. Didn't jump up to M or anything.
Nope.
Okay, so...
I can just imagine what would make it an M with that.
No porno monkeys.
Just monkeys with, like, genitals running around all over the place. That would be a very bizarre Japanese game, and I don't think it would have released over here.
See, normally monkeys and apes are naked, but in this game they actually wear some clothing, so I would think that, you know, that's going to help.
They're super smart.
Yeah.
They're super smart. Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, Ion, carry on.
Okay, so the plan this time is to shoot a lethargy laser at the Earth to make humans too lazy to fight back, and then they can take over.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. And then, it's more monkeys.
Yeah, it's basically the same as Ape Escape 1, just a more improved experience. It feels better to move around. You have things like a forwards dive that makes moving more interesting than just move and jump and use your gadgets. Speaking of which, there's a couple of new gadgets. Most of them are not that useful. They're kind of gimmicky. Like there's a portable fire hydrant.
Yeah, the banana ring.
Yeah, the banana ring's actually legit though, because it can lure some monkeys out.
Oh yeah.
And there's a funny glitch in the game where you can catch a monkey that's on the other side of a wall, and you can kind of like lure them over with the banana if you want, and just catch them through it. It's not used in the run because it takes too long, but the fact that you can do that is great.
There's lots of cool stuff. You can sneak into one of the tents in Ape Escape 3 and you can't get out. But you could do it. You can catch the monkey inside in a cool way, but if you wanted to do it in a run, you'd have to come back for it last. But anyway, so yeah, it's like it's a different engine to the first game, and it's just improved in many ways. It's much smoother, I think, more enjoyable experience. But yeah, it's more monkeys.
More monkeys.
More monkeys. Hey, speaking of more monkeys, Beuchi, can you tell us the exciting story of 3 as well, Ape Escape 3, and just what that changes as well? Just a little intro as well.
Well, the monkeys escape again, obviously.
Oh, what? What?
Spoilers! I haven't played the game. Come on.
No, I don't remember how they escape. I remember like
Don't think
what they do
mention it,
afterwards.
actually.
I don't think they do. I know when they escape again, it's literally Natsumi saying that like she forgot to close the gate or something, and the monkeys got out. Like, it's literally that. But I don't remember why they escaped the first time in that one. But yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah, this time they don't really want to take over. What they want to do is like cut the earth in half. So one half is for the monkeys and the other one is for the humans. And so they create this giant space station with a giant hand they call the karate chop to do
Yeah.
that. And meanwhile, so the humans don't really realize they're trying to cut the earth in half. They create a TV channel which shows hypnotize people and make them stupid, pretty much.
Yeah, the TV shows are so bad
Yeah.
and dumb that people like become stupid and just sit there watching them all day. I just like hearing the story said aloud. Like
that could never
just made me
happen.
realize how stupid the karate chop machine is. I remember playing it. Even when I ran it again, I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." It's just- Anyway, so in like the thing with 2 is it was meant to be worldwide. Like they did something about traveling around, which is why you're sort of in Spain, Mediterranean regions now. And then in 3, it's TV stations. So you're going to the studios where they're recording these TV shows that are making people dumb. So that's
Monkeys, obviously.
more monkeys, yes. But it's the same general deal. Catch the monkeys given to you. You need to catch X monkeys in each stage, and when you do, you warp out.
Yeah.
3, what 3 did, it added a superior female character to the game, who's better than the male character in every way. But it also added like the new costumes that just gave like a little difference to your characters. You transform into one of 8 costumes or something, and they just had slightly different abilities, and you could use those to expand it. Also for the European version, it added the quick gadget switch, but that's in the Japanese one anyway, so yeah. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think. They've got cool mini games, but that's basically it. But the main deal is because because you can just catch the monkey, it's just the level ends when you catch X monkeys. The games are really open to routing, like how you want to route them, and that's really what makes them cool to play, I think. But cool, right? Let's go. So let's go through the history of the 2 things, and then we might wanna, after we've done the history and categories thing, we might want to split up the tricks a bit. So let's go for the history of general. I guess generally, for Ape Escape running, there were some Ape Escape 1 runs a while back. Then correct me if I'm incorrect here, but I Have No Name did a couple of Ape Escape 2 runs, but nothing serious. Then Surreal started running Ape Escape 3. He was doing the NU 2 category, which we'll get to in a bit. Then I started running 3 for a while, and Surreal and I sort of rooted and ran the game for a while. Then, just as I sort of stopped, Surreal found a bunch of tricks, found out about some Japanese guys running the games, some Japanese guys were running 2. Then I sort of fall out of touch here as what happened after that, but more people started running 2 and 3. So, sort of what happened after the first glitches were found, do either of you guys know? I think you do, because you wrote it down.
Well, in Ape Escape 2,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anybody really ran it before you could boost fly in it. And as soon as that happened, that's when Surreal and all them really got into it, I think.
Yeah. Before, it was just kind of like a version of Ape Escape that Surreal didn't like as much as 3. I recall him liking that you could run really quickly with the dash shoot, but not really just liking the game as much in general. But then when it got more broken, more people picked it up. So I know it was Unizushi, which I think is a sea urchin sushi, according to our Google Translate from way back when. Ran it. But generally, 2 wasn't run until that stuff. So what happened when that stuff was all found?
I mean, aside from the times going down, I don't think anybody really took it that seriously, aside from, the same few who were already running it. I don't think anybody new came in, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I think after the whole airwalking thing happened, it's when more people started to pick it up.
Yeah. So, like, they don't really know, but Unizushi might have discovered airwalking. No one's really sure. But then, like, Crash Numbers and Ambassa lowered the time and dropped it down to, like, an hour. From,
Yeah.
it was 1:30 at one point. I remember it being 2 hours a while back. Like, and then it says you found long jumping. With
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, the long jumping thing is, I don't know, it's not that useful except for one skip, which apparently people have been trying to find forever. There's this one level where you have to sit through a segment where you're in a giant robot and it walks really slow, but you have to use it because it's the only way to break down the doors and you can't clip through them because you don't have any items at that point. It's really early.
Yeah.
But something really funny, you just let go of the left stick whenever you're doing something and the game doesn't change how fast you're going. So like normally if you jump you're supposed to steadily slow down, but if you just jump and then let go you just fly across the entire room, like who cares? So it's pretty good.
Happens in other games too. There's weird stuff like that in others where you keep your momentum. Well, there you go. So the baby monkey thing is dead finally. Wow.
Yeah, thank goodness.
That was the dream skip. I remember that was one of the reasons I didn't want to run it, and the one where Surreal didn't want to carry on running it because walking around in that fucking monkey took forever.
That robot is just so slow.
It sucks. That's why they added a boost to it in Ape Escape 3. So then, yeah, in Ape 3, Surreal found some cool boost, like high jumps, like boost flying. Surreal was testing it in Ape 3 after it was in Ape 2, and sort of tried a bit, and that was around when I stopped, tried to find out of bounds. Surreal found some clips as well, and we went clipping around testing for that. But then boost flying happened, which is when I sort of stopped. And then after that, I think it was Beuchi. Did you get the next sort of tech? It says here you found the space station skit, which blew my mind when I first saw it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty not too long after I started running the game, and I was just messing around, and I kind of accidentally found the biggest skip in the game.
Yeah, it skips pretty much the whole of the longest level.
Yeah. You have to go around a series of minor TV channels and hit switches to open a passage to an elevator, and the skip just goes straight to the elevator.
The impressive part is, as well, as that elevator is also surrounded by glass. So
Yeah.
they really didn't want you to get in it, but yeah. So Beuchi found that, and then the time dropped. So when Surreal, like in the original not very glitched version, Surreal and I were working at like 135 times, like 140 to 135, 133 to 140, around that era. And we found clips and hoped for the monkey break room glitch where you can sneak into the break room but the monkeys aren't there, which sucks because that would have cut a lot of time off the game.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it dropped to 129. Then after Space Station skip, that saves like 7 minutes alone, probably. Like, is it?
I
It's
think
a lot.
it's more like 4.5,
Oh,
but it's still
okay.
really,
It's a
really
lot.
big.
So then, new clips and techniques were found. Drops maybe by Ambassa, dropped down to 118. And then DSS discovers net floats and infinite jumps. Infinite jumps that somehow work their way into another Ape Escape. So the run is
Yeah,
now down.
they just get
uh,
harder and harder.
Yeah, it's true too. It's more and more frame specific. and the motions are weirder and weirder, but we'll get to those. So then now we're down to 116 from 114, and you very kindly wrote down all the records too. But for the categories, there's the simple any percent. There's all monkeys, which what happens in the game is once you beat the game once, the monkeys are freed again, or not freed again, but more monkeys come out, and you get different items that allow you to find these new ones. In Ape Escape 2, it's the punch glove, right?
Yeah, it's the magic punch. It's the same as in the first game.
Yeah, and in Ape Escape 3, you get the monkey costume, which I mean, I'll admit Ape Escape 2 did a better job of it. Ape Escape 2, you get to break down walls and go to new areas. In Ape Escape 3, you get to put on your monkey costume, wander around looking for the smell of bananas, tap on a door, and go into a break room where you can catch like 5 monkeys all in one place. So these are the same for both games, are they? So there's beat the game, any percent. There's all monkeys where you go back and catch every single one on the second playthrough, which is sometimes called any percent 2, but called all monkeys because any percent 2 is kind of, I guess, doesn't make sense. And then there's 100%, which is catch all the monkeys, get all gold time trials, get every extra bit and bob, and yeah. Do you actually have to get all the things from the Gachapon machine? It says here.
Yes, you do, because they count towards like file completion.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible. All those fortunes and like secret pictures and that.
No, like the fortunes don't count because you get them infinitely, but all the things that go into your like gallery, like concept art, all that fun stuff, all the stories and all that, those.
Okay. The stories are pretty good actually. Anyway, and then in Ape Escape 3, you again, all time trials, every level, gold time and time trials, and this time you just have to buy all the extras from the shops. So a bunch of the categories, and then we have records for each. The bit of a progression actually. So for any percent for Ape Escape 2, it was 113 by Crash Numbers, down to 109.40 by Unizushi, 101.44 by Ambassa, and then now it's 57.04 by IonG. Are those all on Japanese version?
I don't think Crash's was. I think his was on
Crash's was,
US.
right.
I can double check really quick.
Yeah.
What's the difference, Japanese
I think
version?
So yeah. Beuchi?
Yeah, I think when Crush had the record, he was still playing the
I think he was playing Europe, yeah, the European version, I think, or the US, whichever. He's from France, isn't he? I
Yeah,
think?
and
Yeah.
TSC.
So yeah, the difference between the Japanese version and the European, well, each of the versions have their own voice acting, monkey names, and everything, and that's even true between Europe and America. They're different names and characters. Like, weirdly, in Europe, they changed the names to the Japanese ones, while America get to keep them. So, like, suddenly Spike is called Kakaru or something. Like, it was kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all the monkeys have different names, and in Ape Escape 3, the European monkey names are way better than the American ones. So,
I agree.
it's not even an opinion, it's true. Like, the American names, except for Fatty McFats, the American names are bad. But then in the Japanese version, anyway, importantly, between between Japanese 2 and the rest of the world 2, weirdly they have the quick gadget swap, which is where you can tap the assigned buttons in the corner and change your gadgets quickly. Ape Escape 3 has that in all versions. For some reason, they removed it in the US and European versions in Ape Escape 2. And that just saves a couple seconds overall. It's just nicer to have in general.
Yeah,
allows you more routing opportunities. Yeah.
It's about 20 seconds, so they're about saved in total, depending on what you do.
Yeah. Weird. But yeah, so there you go. And then for Ape Escape 3 progression, there are older times than this, but like at one point the record was like 150, then we got it down to 133, I remember at one point, but then there was 121 at Surreal at one point, 119 by Ambassa, 117.04 by Cerberus, and now it's currently 116 by Beuchi, so they've changed a lot, like really become more broken. So because it wouldn't be an Ape Escape game without some kind of weird being able to stay in the air longer than you should be thing, and talking about the history is cool and all, but we should get into glitches now.
Oh yeah.
If we go through all the Ape Escape 2 stuff first and then all the Ape Escape 3 stuff, that should work out, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah, sweet. Beuchi, any? No, all good. Yeah. I forgot what the word I wanted to say, which made that sound weirder than I thought. Any objections? That's what I was gonna say. There we go. All right.
No,
Okay.
nothing.
No, good. Ion, okay, let's go through these Ape Escape 2 glitches. So, back before this really got picked up and running, like these games seemed not very broken as they tend to do. They seem pretty solid. Like generally, aside from a few odd clipping issues, they seem pretty smooth. And then as time went by, these games got broken wide open. So let's go through these. We're going to start with the air walking, which is sort of what we're seeing in the video quite a bit. So that would probably be a good one to start off with.
Yeah, so similar to the first game, like in the first game, you jump, you pull out your slingshot, the game thinks you're on the ground, so you can jump again, that sort of thing. In the second game, they made a little check for that. You're still put to where you're on the ground, which is kind of dumb. You think they would have fixed that, but something you can do is because you're technically standing, you can start crawling. So you jump, pull the slingshot out, start crawling, and when you do that, the game just assumes you're on the ground. It doesn't check anymore. So you keep whatever upwards or downwards speed you had when you do that. So you can fly upwards and go out of bounds that way, or you can maintain your height and just crawl across long distances.
So yeah, that's coming up in the video a bunch. I just remembered the other Japanese Europe difference, which is the water is yellow in certain parts of Ape Escape 2 and 3. I forgot about that one. How could I forget that important difference? There you go. See, that's air walking. That was found sometime last year, was it? But
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah, I
was. I
think
remember
so.
talking about it on the show. But it really,
Maybe
yeah.
late last year,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But it's a really kooky thing, but you're seeing it a bunch in the video. When you see him lie on the ground and just keep going upwards, that's the air walking. Then there's boost jumps and boost flying. This is one of the first things that was found, and Surreal managed to figure out how to do it in Ape Escape 3 as well. So pay attention, kids, because this will be coming up later as well. But yeah, boost jumps, boost flying.
All right, so it's not exclusive to the net, but it's the main way you do it. You jump, swing the net, and cancel to something else, because when you swing the net, you're pulled upwards a little bit. So by canceling to something else, you keep that extra speed, and you can grab a ledge above you. That's the whole idea behind boost jumps. And it kind of works with other items, but in different ways. Like if you swing the stun club, the like blue lightsaber, and then cancel, you will fall faster, or you will like lose your momentum and start falling immediately. There's stuff like that. Boost flying, you jump with the net, you know, it's just a boost fly, but then you cancel into the sky flyer, which is like a little green thing, and you spin it and it makes you go super high, because normally the sky flyer has a limit to how high you can go.
Yeah.
But for some reason, if you boost jump into it, that limit is greatly extended and you go way higher than you're supposed to.
It's weird because I think it's like almost as if it thinks you're on the ground again when you use the sky flyer, because you seem to go the same distance as you would otherwise.
Probably, yeah.
It's another weird thing. This game seems to not be sure if you're on the ground or not.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. There's another thing that's very related to that.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, the Skyflyer clip thing. So it does think you're on the ground, and it pulls you up from what height it thinks you are. At least I think that's how this works. So what you can do is you can start airwalking or crawling, and you go really high up, and you walk over a solid object, and you use the Skyflyer, and it'll pull you down to the height you were when you started the air crawl. So you can clip into things that way.
Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know about that one.
Let me know if you want me to jump to any place in the videos to show this. And I also have a glitch video as well for Ape Escape 2. I don't know if there's anything in that you want to show. Just let me know.
I'm not sure how far into the run the Skyflyer clip is. It's used like near the very end to skip a puzzle. You can just clip into where the boss is. You don't have to do any of that level. You just crawl over a long distance to get to the boss door, and then you clip into it. That's it. That's all it is. Which is great, because Moonbase sucks. That level's awful.
It's a common theme, it seems, like skipping like the last level to go straight to the boss. But yeah. All right. Yeah, if you think of just tell Feasel and he'll find it. If not, we got catch canceling. This is a small thing, but this is like pretty fundamental in Ape Escape, just to save those seconds over a long run.
Yeah. It saves a lot of time considering you catch like 180 or something monkeys.
Yeah.
Throughout
I think
the entire thing.
it's 226. Is it in Ape 3, something like that?
Oh, okay.
240. I think.
240. There you go.
I think it's 129.
We'll find out next
Whoa.
time.
See
Who's
who's
right?
closest. You've all overbid. It's 1.
Ah, boo. Looks like you didn't win the toaster oven set.
Okay.
Anyway.
Skip to about 2850 in the video to see the Skyflyer clip.
Say again.
Okay.
What number?
2850.
Yeah, 2850.
I think you're really overestimating how many monkeys there are on Ape Escape 3 with that guess, Ion. Like, that's too high. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Something funny about catch canceling is they tell you about it in the game if you get all the stuff. Well, not all the stuff, but if you keep getting stuff out of the gachapon machine, it gives you little hints sometimes too. And one of them is like, immediately after you catch a monkey, switch to another gadget so you don't have to wait as long to do something.
Does it really say that?
Yes, it does.
That's so bizarre.
Developer
Like-
intended.
That's because it saves like, what, half a second at the most on each
Yeah,
catch?
it saves half a second or so for each monkey, so that's a massive amount of time. Shoutouts to all the glitchless runners. If anybody wants to do that, it's not a glitch.
No, it's a glitch. Whoa, it's not a glitch anymore. No, the Ape 1 runners won't be able to do it. It was a glitch then. But yeah, but that's like a fundamental small thing. I remember many discussions with Surreal, where I ascertained that it definitely saved time, and Surreal wasn't sure, and we both tried testing it. I tell you, there's nothing more boring for me than testing something like that. Oh, that's a cool whale catch there. That's nice. All right. Long jump. You mentioned this a bit earlier. If you have want to go over it again, maybe get a video. I'd like to see you skip the. Is his name Beuchi? I can't remember what that monkey's
Yeah,
called.
something like that.
Yeah.
Beuchi.
Beuchi, something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
It's at about 8. Hold on, let me see exactly when this is.
So just a mention of this baby monkey, for whatever reason, in Ape Escape 2, they felt that you needed a cute baby monkey to come with you, and what it does is occasionally it will like help you. Like this monkey can fly for some reason too, but it'll pull you onto a ledge just to give you a little bit of height, which can be necessary in some tricks in this game, right?
Not really. It's useful if you mess up some tricks and it makes the window really lenient. Like if you skip to 8:45, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. I was trying to figure out. I remember Cyril and I trying to figure out how that monkey thing worked, because we couldn't figure out when it would try and get you on the ledge and when it wouldn't.
Yeah, it's just if you're somewhere close to it and you're facing the ledge, it'll help you. It does it in really weird spots, like halfway up a wall he'll do it, which is kind of weird.
Oh, that's weird.
He
He's
does
not
it.
going to help you get anywhere.
He does it when you miss too, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
he? Like I swear he does. He'll just do it when you're nowhere near getting on that wall. Dude, this
But
is a
yeah,
cool trick.
There it is.
Yeah.
Like the thing about this is you can't really do it just by like dashing at it. I think you technically can. Like I think you can get in range so that the baby monkey will carry you. But if you want to make it clean, you bounce off the wall and you use that extra momentum to just jump all the way over.
Yeah, bouncing off the wall with a dash hoop is a thing. In Ape Escape 2, the dash hoop's really powerful. It like really knocks monkeys down. But the problem with using the dash hoop is it makes you run more quickly, but it's a shield, and if it comes into contact with something, well, it's something you have to learn. Because if you touch something on it, it will bounce you off the wall, and you'll lose time because you go in the wrong direction.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
In that
It's
case,
very strong.
Yeah. In that case, what he did with it there is abuse the fact that it bounces you off the wall quickly to gain just more forward momentum to make that long jump easier. So there you go. It's not hard to use, but it's just that you can't just run right next to the wall with it because you'll keep bouncing off the wall.
Oh, you technically can. If you let go of the left stick, you won't bounce off the walls.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
We still move forwards though.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, it's crazy. For some reason, like slopes don't do anything to you if you let go of the left stick. Like there's little like tiny staircase bits every now and again, like and you can just walk up them, but you bounce off of them if you're using the boost hoot. But if you just let go and just let your forwards momentum carry you, then you make it. Doesn't matter.
Does that work in Ape Escape 3, Beuchi?
I don't think so.
I didn't know about it. I didn't feel anything like that in in Ape Escape 3. Even when you use the ninja suit, like sometimes you hit the step and you don't walk up it. If you're walking on the wrong part of the step, it's like the step's too high. I can't go. I can't get up there. All right. Right. Boss manipulation.
Yeah, there's some of this. It's not too big and it's not that interesting.
Yeah. But you can mention anyway if you want.
Sounds interesting. You've piqued my interest.
He's ready to hear about boss manipulation.
Don't leave me hanging.
I know he's gonna. I think he might have disappeared. He might have disconnected or something. Yeah, I think he has. He's definitely disconnected. So there we go. It's not too interesting.
Clipped out of bounds.
Oh.
Clipped out of bounds. Left the game. All right, but Ape 2, like I can't mention specifics on routes around levels, but because of all the extra tools you get, you can do things really quite out of sequence as to what they intended. But what he has here written about Ape Escape 2's manipulation is, you might have seen it earlier in the pink monkey fight. Fiesel, could you go back like 5 minutes-ish, and it might be the pink monkey fight in the video where you are now?
Yes, indeed.
We should be able to point it out, because I did actually notice it.
Why are you crawling through the air here? That's weird.
He should be fighting a monkey with a bunch of water around them.
No, he was just crawling through the air, that's all. Well, we'll find it. I'll find it.
Find it. It'll be arena there. He's definitely just crawling through the air.
Yeah.
It's like, pink monkey.
Is it after the whale?
There's flowers. Is it after the whale? I don't know. Skip around. It won't be too far either direction, because we did just watch it.
I'll find it.
Yeah. But yeah, we can mention it. But it's you could just manipulate the boss. I'm watching you now.
That's all right. I don't know that we'll find it this way. I don't know.
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
pretty much.
But anyway,
We just think that standing in one of the corners of the stage, she won't do one of the attacks. That's actually the one that takes the longest.
Hello?
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
Dude,
Sorry about
you
that.
disconnected at the perfect time. Do you know what happened?
No, I don't.
You
What
said,
happened?
I said, oh yeah, talk about a bit about boss manipulation. Oh yeah, there's not much and it's not very interesting.
And then,
and
I
then
do
you
something.
Then disappeared. That's all he's going to say about it, I guess.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay, so
Fiesel just found the pink monkey clip and then
Did I?
moved away from it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. You found it and then moved. I
the
feel like
thing
it
I was
might be
gonna
at like
say-
33 minutes or something.
oh my god. It's
Alright.
it's nice to know and it's very useful, but I was gonna say it's not interesting to watch is the thing,
Okay.
because you're just watching the boss do moves over and over again. But
Fair enough.
I think I heard Beuchi talking about it before. You sit in the
Yeah,
corner
never
near
mind
the
that.
stage, and she won't use her like shockwave move, which takes like 5 seconds longer than the second worst, and it just gets marginally better from there.
Okay.
So
Cool.
very nice to know.
All right. Are there any other little bits about Ape 2 you want to mention? Like any particularly cool level routes or anything like that?
There's a lot of places you can go out of bounds, but it's so stupidly hard to do, and it's way out of the way. So it's not too useful. Like in the last main level you play, Skyscraper, you can bounce around in like a little corner, and you go so fast that you teleport. And if you do that enough, you can eventually go out of bounds with it. But it takes so long to build up all that speed that it's not too useful as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Moving on then to Ape Escape 3. So, Ape Escape 3, I know a bit more about this, so I should be able to help out with the facts, drop in all the knowledge that I accrued. But mainly it's going to be Beuchi talking because she knows more than I do. Or at least she should know more than... Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say she definitely knows more than I do about Ape Escape 3. So, once again, Boost Fly and Boost Jump's back. But just more difficult, right?
Actually, I don't think they are. I think the timing is more lenient in 3 than in 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in 2.
Should I play Beuchi's run or Surreal's run for this? Which would you rather see?
Beuchi's?
Ask the audience. Alright, we're playing
Let's go with
Beuchi's right now.
Oh, Beuchi's, yeah.
Okay.
Beuchi's will be on the European version and be playing as the girl, so it'll be way better.
Yep.
She's I've forgotten what they call her in the American one, but she's like, they call her a lively lass or something like that. Bizarre. Anyway, so yeah, is it really? I always found it kind of scarily difficult, just the weird motion you have to do to actually get the boost jump, but I'll take your word for it. But it's exactly the same, right? The same setup, the same
Yeah,
execution.
it's pretty much the same. It works the same way. It's just a more lenient timing than in Ape Escape 2.
Yep. All right, then we got net floating. Now this is another variant on the using the slingshot to go higher than you should be able to, which is a continuing theme.
Yeah, it starts being the same as the Ape Escape 2 one. You crouch and use the slingshot, but you for some reason you don't start gaining speed until you change your gadget to the net and swing it while you're crouching, and then you'll start gaining height really fast.
Yeah, you start like spinning in the air and stuff. It's really weird. All right, sweet. Do we have any videos of these, by the way? If you know anywhere during this video where that happens,
there is a glitch video if you
Okay.
rather play that.
Okay.
we could go. We'll try the glitch video then, Fees, and
Okie
see
dokie.
what we can get with that. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. I can play that for you.
Thanks, Captain Fusil. That's my response to that voice. I don't know why, but right. We should find clip of
Yeah, the net
Okay, what do we got?
floating stuff should be around like 35 seconds.
Okay. Net floating.
So-
Sure.
First of all, yeah. So first bit's are boost jumps. Basically allows you to get higher into areas than you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
There's boost jumps replaced all the old seam sits and allowed some of the old tricks that were really difficult to become much more simple. Here's net flying.
Mhm.
There we go. So yeah, just want to explain that again so people can hear the explanation with a video.
Sure. When you swing your net in the air, you like arc your body and gain a little bit more of height. And if you change your gadget to another one for a boost jump, you get a little bit more height. And if you change your gadget to the Sky Flyer, that green thing, green
Yeah.
spinning thing,
I like how neither of you know how to describe it.
it's weird. We just know
It's a
what
hand
it is.
propeller. It's a hand propeller. It's like a helicopter hand. See, now I'm getting confused. It's
There
like
you
a
go.
helicopter
See,
hand
it's such a
propeller.
weird item.
It's a hand
Yeah.
helicopter plate.
Yeah, a hand helicopter. That makes sense. Sure.
But there you go. So yeah, that's the boost jump.
Mhm.
So now we got infinite jumping happening
Oh,
very
okay, here we go.
conveniently
Let's go
on
back to
screen
the-
now.
Yeah.
I just switched off of it. Let's go back to that again.
Oh no, it's fine. Yeah,
All right, here we go. Infinite jumping.
infinite jumping. It
We're
makes
watching.
another amazing return from Ape Escape 1. They made a whole new engine and everything, and still somehow.
This time it's actually pretty hard to do and chain. But
Looks like a lot of work.
pretty, yeah. Pretty much, if you're holding a gadget, even though you're on the air, the game will think you're on the floor for some reason.
It's just that all the game's problems stem from it not knowing when you're in the air or when you're on the ground.
Yeah. So, you're not supposed to spin your stun club around when you're in the air. You just do an air attack. And for some reason, if you're holding another gadget and change to the stun club and swing it, you'll be able to do that swing. And if you cancel that swing and jump again, you just can't do that infinitely.
Wow, you can do it with the ninja costume and the monkey costume?
Yeah.
The monkey costume is by tapping on the wall. Like, that's what it's doing.
It's
but
pretty
just,
funny to see.
just to expand on why this is so difficult, to remember, guys, that you're selecting the gadget with the face buttons and you have to move the right stick to use them. So this motion is swapping between face buttons and flicking the right stick and jumping, which is R1 or R2. So it's like pretty right-hand intensive, for a lack of a better word.
We just use both hands on
Yeah.
the same side of the controller, pretty much.
Yeah, I always found it weird. I always put the fact that Surreal was better at doing these things than me down to the fact that he played melee a lot. That was my excuse. He's used to doing things that shouldn't be done with a pad. So there you go. So then for the ninja fly, I guess the ninja fly and the monkey one, it's just a case of swinging and using the catch animation to cancel that, and then trying again.
Yeah, pretty much. You could
Cool, yeah.
say it's infinite, but the transformations in this game have a limited time of use.
Yeah.
So it's not really that infinite. But
30-second jump chain.
The 30-second jump chain doesn't sound as
well,
good.
that's
as
for the
a
ninja.
jump.
The monkey
Yeah.
morph has like a
10
10
minutes.
minute. Yeah.
10 exciting minutes of walking around levels looking for monkey smell. Yeah. That's literally what it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
right. Clips. Are there? What else is in this video? Are there?
There's some clipping through some stuff.
There's some clipping through some
Oh,
stuff. All right.
yeah.
So, I know about clipping. Feasel. Sorry,
Yeah,
Surreal.
sure.
And I keep getting confused because the names end
That's
in
twice
L.
today.
They end in L.
That's true. There's
Like,
an E in both of the names too.
Yeah, it ends in an L sound. Sorrel, Fazel. It's
Well, we are
nuts.
related,
Anyway.
so it's not your fault.
Anyway, so the clipping things, like, they're really just like what you would expect. You just like run into the wall a bit and it like sort of lets you through. Like sometimes it's bouncing and wiggling and running through the wall. One of them it's being underwater and swimming through the wall. But it's just like literally you can just get further into the wall and then walk through it. Like it's not so easy that you'll accidentally do it in a first playthrough, but it's like easy enough that you sort of just get confused as to why they're there. But the first clip that we found and used was is not even used anymore because that whole stage is skipped. But it was originally an underwater one. We found out that in some spots in the water, if you swam into the wall, it would push you out the water and you'd come out the water suddenly, even if you're underwater. And we realized that at those points, like if you held yourself down, you would be able to go through the wall, which there was an old skip in the underwater stage of the space station level where you could go out of bounds, and usually in games when there's water around the area too, and you could swim out of bounds through a wall and then come back up through the ground. But then we started looking at other places and found some more underwater ones, and then Surreal found some ones through doors. I remember with the ninja costume, again in the last stage, there was a wall you could run through, and it didn't open the door. And what happens
That's
in this
still
game?
used in the All Monkeys.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. But what happens a lot in this with the clips is that it doesn't trigger certain things, and that's where it gets really interesting. When you clip through doors, the door doesn't open and it doesn't trigger certain changes in the game. So what you might have seen at the beginning of this clip is one where you walk through the door and the monkey doesn't get activated. So the monkey just stands there with no AI. and you can just catch it. Similarly, one in the Ape Escape 2 one where the one that Beuchi just said was using in any percent 2, the monkeys are massive in that section and they're really big, but if you clip through the wall they never shrink down, so you have to try and guess where the monkey actually is and all sorts of weird stuff. Anyway, eventually we tried to use this to sneak into break rooms to catch monkeys early, but they don't spawn. But yeah, now there's clips everywhere.
Pretty much. There's clips in every single level. And probably some that we don't even know about.
Are they all done slightly differently, or is it pretty much the same technique for all of it?
It's pretty much the same technique, except for there's one at the end of the game that it's the only one that we always use a pause buffer for it. It's just a really hard one, and for some reason pause buffering is the only method that we can do it more consistently, I guess. But it's still really hard.
Yeah. It's generally the same. Like sometimes there's a visible crack you can run through. Like the first ones we found where there were visible like cracks in the door just on purpose, and you could like wiggle through those. Some of them you have to jump a bit, but it's generally just about forcing part of your body through it, and then the rest of your body sort of goes with. The one in the space station to like clip into the tunnel was considered like too hard to do in runs for a long time, so that's cool to see that there again. But they generally just do little things that are more than just the clips they suggest. Like some of them let you skip cutscenes, some of them, as I said, remove monkey AI, so you could just catch the monkey more easily. But they're pretty cool. They just contain wobbling, running into walls. Some of them you turn into a ninja, so you can run a bit more quickly and lean forwards, and then you can turn into a wall is what I was going to say. No, you can run through the wall. But they're pretty straightforward. I mean, stand still and wobble, isn't it, really? It's like the secret.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. And then catch cancelling was mentioned again. But yeah, you can skip the swing animation.
It's the same as in Ape Escape 2, but it doesn't really save as much. The animation that you can skip is not as long.
Yeah.
But the other thing that is not in Ape Escape 2 is when you get to the last monkey in a stage, there's sort of a slow-mo thing going on.
Yeah.
I guess to
so it's
add
like
some
got
action.
you or something, and it slows down.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and if you're crouching while catching that monkey, you skip that whole slow-mo thing. So it's pretty convenient. We don't use it in every single level because mostly we just catch the monkeys with some transformation. And using a transformation just skips the slow-mo entirely, so...
Also guarantees a catch. The monkeys can't dodge him. You can miss them, but they can't dodge them.
Yeah.
An interesting thing we didn't mention about Ape 3, which is completely irrelevant for the run, but is that in this one now monkeys can take your gadgets, which means that they can steal your net and catch you out of the level.
Yeah, that's actually really bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a run killer. But also these tricks allow you to do one... There was an old... Surreal had an old way of doing this. It was just on screen now. But it's like a pretty interesting old trick that I always enjoyed, which is the changing room. The changing room skip, where in this level it's the hot springs, and if you're playing Sayaka, the female character, you get to go to the female changing rooms, and you catch 2 monkeys in there. And if you're playing as the male character, whose European name escapes me...
Satoru.
Satoru, yeah, there you go. He goes to the male changing rooms. And that was like one of the minor differences between male and female, except for the fact that Surreal and I were constantly complaining about or arguing as to which was better, male or female. And then Surreal found that you can just jump into the other changing room over the wall, which I think is it's intended, but you're not meant to be able to do it when you get there. But
yeah, you can get up there with the Sky Flyer, but
yeah.
you don't get it at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. And then the Japanese version difference on this stage, all the water's yellow because it's meant to be like a. I think it's meant to be like urine in the water. I think so.
All these monkeys. Just
Yeah,
letting
exactly.
go. That's not good.
Just letting it go. No. Trying to think if there's anything else aside from that. I mean, it's just clever routing of levels. Most of the old routes don't really exist anymore because the new glitches found stuff. I'm pleased to announce that the first stage is still done exactly as I did it.
Well, now
So-
there's the crouch, so it's not
Oh,
exactly
no,
the
no.
same.
I said the first stage. Where
Oh,
you
the
walk
first
forwards
monkey,
and catch
that's
the
true.
single monkey.
How could I forget about that
Yeah, thank you
monkey?
very much. But yeah, but it's really cool. The games have changed a lot, and they're really open as to where you can go and catch the monkeys, more so than they intended to do it. But the European and American versions are practically identical, except for like when we did it, there were slight differences in load times but that might well have been my old PS2. But so if you're in PAL or US region, you can play either. Like it doesn't matter. Neither of you has an advantage. If you play Ape Escape 3, is the male and female generally sort of mostly balance out, but like female's better, so it's okay. Just play the female character.
I don't know. Now
no.
with Pink Monkey, it's hard to say.
Well, what's changed with Pink Monkey?
Well, there's sort of a quick kill.
You
Pink
need to work
Monkey.
on shooting these things with your slingshot, by the way, Beuchi. Okay, the quicker. I have not heard about this.
Yeah, if you use the ninja and crouch close to her while she starts on the stage, you can hit her, and sometimes she will stay there, and you can just knock her out.
Yeah, did you
But-
figure the guys figure that out? That was one of the worst parts of racing this game, aside from all the other RNG.
Yeah, Pink Monkey is just awful
Yeah.
in both Ape Escape 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But
I remember when I raced Surreal once and he got like a 25-second Pink Monkey kill. She just stood there and let him kill her. I was not happy about that. Yeah.
But yeah, with the boy, you can actually hit her all the time. For some reason, the range is bigger than the girl's ninja.
That's
I
weird
don't
because
know
she's
why.
short. She's taller than he is.
Yeah.
He
It's
just has more
weird.
hair. But the boy also swings the knight weapon a bit more quickly.
Mhm.
But the girl has a few monkeys that are get ready for this one, Fiesel, that are in her fan club. So when they see her, they're like amazed that she's like there, and they like are starstruck, and they fall on the ground and like let her catch them.
Huh.
Which makes a few monkeys a bit, a non-issue to catch. So
That's pretty convenient.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
the girl is pretty much easy mode for this game, but
I think you just mean
for
she's better.
speedruns.
She's better, like not easy mode, none of that. Don't make it sound bad. She's just flat out better than the guy.
But yeah, it's for speedruns they're pretty much balanced.
Yeah. And then aside from that, to European or US version, there's no need to get whichever one's local to you. If you're a real stickler, get the European version because the monkey names are better. Also, if you want to play in English, like the American version has is it Ape 2 or 3 that has Ash and Misty?
It's Ape 2.
It's
It's Ape
2.
2. So Ape Escape 2, what's his name? What's his American name? The guy?
His American name is Jimmy.
Jimmy, and is it Rachel or Natalie?
Natalie. Yeah.
Natalie. So Rachel is sorry, what? Natalie is voiced by the voice actress of Misty and sounds exactly like Misty from Pokemon. And Jimmy is voiced by Ash and sounds exactly like Ash. Enjoy that. If you're a European person, the Satoru is voiced by the guy who voiced Dennis the Menace in the cartoon. So Dennis the Menace, he sounds just like Dennis the Menace. That's the comic book Dennis the Menace, not the American Mr. Wilson Dennis the Menace. So yeah, there you go. So take your pick, which one you want to run. You have a choice of Fatty McFats or tons of other better names for the monkeys. Like Fatty McFats is actually coming up here in the video. He's called Mian. There you go. But yeah, and also the American version has Monkey White instead of White Monkey, and so on. I don't know why that is. But there you go. I would highly suggest all of you play this game and learn to run it, even if it's just for fighting Yellow Monkey. Just like get some quirky Japanese weirdness. Yellow Monkey, for the record, shoots like harpoon ropes from his/her nipples. Is Yellow Monkey a guy or a girl? Can we just figure that one out?
It's a guy.
It's a girl, right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
It sounds like a girl. Anyway, right. Are there any other things you'd like to mention? We're going to do how to learn Ape Escapes.
I think that's all.
There's a
So?
tiny thing in terms of version differences in 2. For some reason, they upped how far away monkeys can see in American, and in European and Japanese, they're very dumb.
Oh,
It's almost like American's kind of like a hard mode in that aspect. They see you from way farther away,
that's
and they
weird.
start running sooner.
That's odd. Okay, yeah.
When you trigger the
sounds
monkeys, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, it just sounds like what Surreal was saying something similar in the European, US versions of Ape 3 a while back. He was convinced that they could see me from further away.
Oh, that might be because you use the girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the monkeys noticed the girl earlier than with the boy, and vice versa.
Huh.
For some reason.
So it is odd. There you go. Fiesel?
All right. So yeah, I was going to ask, once you trigger the monkeys, is the behavior random or is it all predictable?
Random.
It's random.
They do
They generally
similar things in 2.
Yeah, they generally have an idea. Like, is this right? They generally have an idea of what they want to do, but they can vary, right?
Yeah.
It's probably worse in 3, but in 2 they're pretty predictable. They generally have the same game plan, so the only thing you have to watch out for is when they do something, but typically they're going to do the same thing.
Okay, so RNG isn't really a huge factor in this? Or is there other sources of RNG in the run?
It's mostly straight up boss RNG, like the thing with Pink, like different moves that take different amounts of time, which is the worst kind, but
Right.
that's
I'll let-
pretty much it.
I'll let do you agree with that, Beuchi?
In 3 it's a lot worse, the monkey
Right.
RNG.
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
it's not like they have patterns, but depending on where you move, they'll do something different. And still, it still has some kind of RNG to it.
Yeah, like that's how I always felt. Like there's a few monkeys that are spinning, they spin, and if they spin, they always knock you down and take one of your weapons. But there's a few little things, like for example, in the second stage, there's a ghost monkey. Sorry, a wolf monkey called.
Oh yeah.
So like, as you approach this monkey, he tends to always run towards the fence if you approach them from a certain angle. And if you approach them from the right angle, they'll then turn towards you and run along the fence, and you can catch them. But if you approach them from the wrong one, they'll run another way. So there are a few monkeys like that where you can sort of predict their behavior. You can sort of guess what they're going to do. But at any time, the monkey can actually decide to not be caught by you and dodge your attack and
Yeah.
go around it. So generally, it's just learning about how to expect what the monkey's going to do and try on you, and
Okay.
like just trying to cover what they might do. But at
Right.
any point, the monkey, if they really were in a bad mood, could dodge your attack, counterattack, and spin at you. You mess up, drop your net. They pick up your net. You mess up again and get caught by the monkey, and then you leave the level.
Right.
Yeah,
Is there
you can
anything?
even miss monkeys that are literally sitting on a chair.
Yeah, it's true.
So weird.
Right. Was there anything that's going to completely kill the run? Like you try to get a monkey and it happens to go a certain way, and now you can't get to it, without wasting a huge amount of time. I mean, is there anything that would just like, oh damn, the monkey did that, reset the run?
If it caught you, you'd probably reset. I mean, well, you
Yeah.
would. Depending, because the later you are on the level, the bigger deal it is that the monkey catches you. If you're near the end of the level and there's no other monkeys en route that are quicker to get, you literally have to play the whole level again.
I see.
But yeah, you can't soft lock yourself by having the monkey go somewhere you can't get it to it.
Okay. Huh. And you have sort of backup plans? Like, I know there's monkeys that are the fastest things to get, but, do you ever, that monkey did something bad, or maybe I'll just snag this one instead? I mean, do you ever improvise a little bit, route-wise?
You can't really, can you? Like,
Yeah,
there
not
used to
really.
be, it used to be like, if you just saw like a couple, like 30 seconds ago, the Beuchi caught the monkey that was in the UFO. What we used to do, Surreal and I, is like try and fight the UFOs or try and catch the monkeys. You can catch quite a few monkeys before they get in the UFO. If you've been watching the Ape 2 video as well, there's some examples of that in there as well. But the monkey will be outside of the UFO or the suit it's in, and it will run towards it and try and get in it. Sometimes what we would do is try and catch that monkey beforehand, not in the suit. It just takes too long to fight and kill it, and then you'd then go off and get a different one. Do you still do some stuff like that, Beuchi?
No.
No. Well, that's an old strat. There you go. So it's from the old days, Feasel.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so
It's the same in 2, really.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the routes you take are so specific, and there's really no monkeys that you can get. There used to be one level where you would go and wait for these monkeys to come out of a ski lift, and it could be either 2 or 3 of them. And if it was 3, then, hey, you made it. You won the lottery, and you saved quite a bit of time. But I found another route that's a little bit faster than even that best scenario, and it's the same every time. So you don't really branch anymore.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Well, they just like optimized the route and smoothed it out so it's much more straightforward and less likely to fail. But like thinking back to the monkey RNG, there's always monkeys that have different. Some monkeys are bigger pains than others to catch, and others are okay. Like there's 2 in Ape Escape 3, which in another random difference between Japanese and the European versions is that. And this is one of my favorite monkeys to catch, these car ones that you blow up their car before they drive them and they just drive off. They try and drive away and the car explodes. It always makes me laugh. Anyway, there's the 2 monkeys. They're called Leo and something. Can't remember what the female one's name are, but they're like, it's meant to be Beauty and the Beast. But whichever one you catch first, the other one's going to be horrible to you. And that's sort of
It's
those sort of
usually
monkeys.
Leo. That's the worst.
Well, what it used to be when Surreal and I ran it is that the female one, the Leo, yeah, sorry, you're right, you're exactly right. Leo's a pain, so you catch Leo first and then go after the female one, but they're both annoying, so it's that sort of thing. Some monkeys like that, they were like run killers early on, if just like, or race losers more accurately. If Surreal or I, whichever one of us got messed up by that monkey, like would lose. But they vary. Like the goat boy, goat kid, or whatever his name is, sleeping on the bed in stage 2 was also a monkey that sometimes could be a pain. The wolf one as well could just fight forever. Leo fights you, and the female one just runs away on the stairs forever. Oh my god.
She's actually pretty fast.
Yeah,
So
flashbacks.
it's still really annoying.
There's some monkeys as well. I'm just thinking of another random run killer. I don't know if this ever happened to you, Beuchi. I believe it's in the Sky stage. But there's a monkey you fight that's in one of those suits. It's like the spinning suit. There's the double spinning suit. You fight 2 of them, and if you blow up his suit and don't catch him before he recovers, that monkey is the fastest monkey in the game. You can't catch him running at full speed with the dash shoot. He's too fast. So, like, if you fuck up their Feasel and don't kill him, you could be chasing that monkey for, like, a minute and a half. He's an absolute horror. Like, I remember a run. It was a race against Surreal, and I was just like, what the hell's wrong with this monkey? Why is it so quick? Like, it's really fast because its idea is it has to run to the suit before you get to it. And then when you destroy the suit, it's meant to be stunned. And if you mess up and... Like, what can happen when you swing your net as a monkey in 3? I think it's the same in 2. It has like a mini damage aura around it, and it can stun monkeys or damage them, but it can also blow up the houses in the stage you just saw. If you catch a monkey inside a house, you can accidentally blow up their house. But But yeah, what happens if you catch a monkey next to a fully stunned monkey? You can wake it up with that problem, and then that monkey runs all over the place and you can't catch it. I'm thinking of some other ones that are kind of tricky, like the monkey in the springs level. The swimming monkey's really fast and hard to catch if he stays in the water. He can be a pain if you miss him a few times. The two
There's
coming
another
up.
one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the two coming up here, the angels, the ones you fight before monkey
Oh, yeah.
claws, they can be a pain if you don't catch them properly.
There's one
There's some in 2 as well.
Yeah, I want to list these. I want to
Like,
name and
oh
shame
my
these
god,
monkeys.
there's one near the end. He's in like a sarcophagus, and if you don't catch him immediately, he shoots you with a laser that stuns you, and then he hops to the other side of the room in one go.
The log
Jumps
beam?
like 50 feet. Yeah, shoots hearts at you, and you get distracted. And there's another that's kind of like that. It's a vampire monkey. He's not as bad. He doesn't jump as far, but he's really fast.
All right,
Um,
Beuchi. Oh, I want
There's
to hear
some
the
that
name
are
and
like
shame.
white.
We'll give you
white
2
monkeys.
minutes. We'll give you 2 more minutes to like name and shame these monkeys. All right, Beuchi.
Yeah,
do
the
you
one I
have
was gonna mention, he's inside a phone thing. I don't know what's.
Oh, the phone
what's
booth, the Superman monkey.
Yeah, the phone booth.
Yeah, yeah.
And he
He's
has
fast.
a Superman costume. And if you miss him, he just starts running around, and he's so fast.
A general rule in Ape Escape 3, actually, any monkey dressed like another animal. There's the crab monkey in Shangri-La. That crab monkey can be incredibly dangerous, and the scorpion monkey in the desert stage 2 can be very dangerous.
Those are. There's a group of monkeys that dress like the horoscope.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah,
each
yeah.
one is.
That's what they're. Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's the
gosh,
crab and the
Leo.
scorpion. There's
Yeah.
a centaur too.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense. I know Surreal didn't like the scorpion one. No, I didn't like the scorpion one, and Surreal didn't like the crab one. If the crab, if the crab gets away from you, Santa's pretty dangerous too, actually. Monkey claws. Sorry, it's Saint Nook. It's monkey claws in 2, right? Yeah, it is. I already know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to learn ape games?
The biggest thing, like, you can learn some of the tricks by like watching runs, but I think more so with this game than a lot of others, you have to play a lot to realize what the monkeys can do, so that you can, like, sort of adapt to it as you're playing, because it's not going to be the same between one run and another, no matter how many times you try.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes it fun to run, though. Like, it can be a pain if you're going for serious stuff, but it makes it a great racing game. Just being on Skype with the other person and listening to how they're getting screwed over by something, and like, oh my god, what's up? The monkey just took my net. Oh Jesus, yeah. Oh god, what's it doing? It's spinning at me. I'm scared. It's good. It's good fun. Beuchi, any advice?
I was gonna say the same thing actually.
Yeah.
Just play the game a lot and kind of learn how the monkeys work. It's the biggest thing, really.
Aside from that, like, the smart gadget control you'll get used to, and the tricks will come more naturally with time.
Yeah.
Like, they're a bit awkward. Well, they are. They're really awkward at first, but like, just learning your own way to deal with the monkeys, and then like let the tricks be more natural as you go is what I would suggest. And then in general, just play lots of the game because it's great, and then play lots of monkey football, lots of, like all the other mini games. Go get Ape Escape 1 and play Galaxy Monkey. And yeah, I'm just watching this bit now and just thinking of the old thing, which I think you've got guaranteed now. First cycle carpets was a thing
With
we
the
used to do.
ninja.
It was like the old holy grail before to get first cycle carpets, where like those carpets, you can catch that monkey.
You jump and swing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like it was an old thing where if you caught the monkey normally and turned around, you had just enough time to completely miss that carpet every time. You literally, if you were like a frame or two quicker, you just jump on that carpet, but it goes away. That was a big deal. First cycle carpets for Surreal and I back then, but now some bright spark realized you'd use the ninja, it was guaranteed. Yeah. But sweet, yeah. I'd suggest playing them. Go have fun. They're real great casual games just to play through normally. They're really well localized too, like full proper voice acting for all the European languages, and monkey names are great, and it's really fun. Go play it. It's sweet. Wait, was there something else I was mentioning? Yeah, cool. Are you guys gonna? I'm just looking through the miscellaneous. You got the monkey emote, then you've got Dr. Tomoki, Mr. Afro. Just remembered him. Just remembered the boss fight where you kind of cruelly ram his robot in a rather questionable manner. Yeah. Anyway, cool. Let's roll into records then. I need to go find this doc. I swear I opened it in there.
Did you give the
No, I
doc to
didn't.
our friends here?
I'm gonna give it to them now.
Are you?
I
you really, though?
am. I found it. I had it open.
Okay.
Did you beat me to it? You didn't.
No.
All right. Are you guys gonna stick around for records? Is that good? I know it's late where you are, Beuchi. Are you cool to stick with records?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I never sleep, so.
Perfect.
Well, that's a good start. You're like the
Yeah.
opposite of every other Spanish person then. I don't mean that in an offensive way. I mean that they're famous for siestas where they sleep. So, you know,
Is that-
cultural.
Okay.
They are. It's literally
Whatever you
famous
say.
for siestas. All right. So the general rule, we will call on you if you don't say anything for too long. And if you know anything about a game, we will just shout, and we'll mention it. But yeah, we have a nice amount of records this week. Oh boy. Actually, I had one last question I wanted to answer before we finish Ape Escape completely, which is which Pink Monkey song is best?
I mean, I don't want to start any fights or anything.
Interestingly, the Pink Monkey song was localized between Europe and America as well in Ape Escape 3. They changed it. Different lyrics and different everything. Yeah. Yeah. Big fan of Escape the Ape That's in You. I'm just saying, you know. Anyway.
Escape
They
the
have
ape
full
that's
music.
in you? Really?
Yep.
Yeah, the one in Ape Escape 3 is called Banana Heartbreak.
What is it? What does she say is so poo-poo? Something is very poo-poo after that line. Escape the ape that's in you, something is so poo-poo. Anyway, let's go to records. We should leave that one. All right. Kicking off our records this week, we have the ever formidable Alex Kidd. And this time, Alex Kidd in Shinobi World on the Master System. NE% is 726 by Crazy Rasmus, who says this run is overall pretty bad, but I got a pretty good second boss fight, which is 100% RNG, and I finished the game without dying. That can't ask for much more.
Nice.
That sounds like an Ape Escape run I'd be happy with. Like, I will improve this time, but I'm going to play some more other games before that, as I've been grinding this game for months now. Oh boy, this is long. Fiesel.
Me?
Dib's not it.
Wait,
You
I
get-
can't. I'm not in a good position to read long
Oh.
text because I'm running the stream.
Okay,
That's my
well,
excuse.
do it. It's fine. We have Atlantis no Natzo. Natzo? No, I don't know what that's meant to be.
The something
I have-
of Atlantis. The Nazo of Atlantis? Whatever that
I
is.
have a bad feeling that that's a mistype or a misspelling or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Japanese.
It's the actual
any-
name of the game.
Well, I just don't know. Any percent hidden final zone in 313 by Carpet Crawler, who says, this game is really bad. It has
Sure.
awful jump. Do you know this game?
Just a little bit. I've played it before. You
Oh.
shouldn't, by the way.
You shouldn't play it. Okay, good.
Okay, let me know how accurate this comment is then. Feel free to just confirm or deny anything said, okay? It has awful jumping mechanics,
Check.
okay, which are what hinder runs of this game more than anything else. One decent song on the soundtrack.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so the song is 5 seconds long. Hard to predict enemies.
Yeah.
Lots of ridiculous traps.
Oh, for sure.
Poor and very cryptic game design.
That sort of goes along with the trap thing, but yeah.
Yeah, and there are times where the game feels virtually unplayable.
Times meaning the entire way, yeah.
Okay, great. So we got confirmation on all those points. Naturally, I decided that this would be a neat speed game. This category differs from the category most typically run in that it takes you to the secret final zone instead of the regular final zone. This game has 2 endings. They are both dumb. Other than some iffy position jumping on my part, I got trolled in zone 20, which cost me about 10 seconds or so. So I'm a little mixed on the run. I'm about 30 seconds off of the slightly unoptimized tasks, so shaving off another 10 to 15 seconds or so is my main goal in this game now. As a footnote that might interest PJ and Clage if he's in the chat, this game was almost released in the United States as the sequel to Super Pitfall, of all things.
Huh.
Yeah. So if you've ever wondered, is it possible to make a game worse than Super Pitfall? Here's your answer. Have you wondered that, Fiesel?
I was wondering that. I was going to ask, but you beat me to it.
Yeah. Oh, Nutso means Atlantis. Okay, that was much more innocent than what I was thinking. Phew, thank God. All right, we have Arkham Asylum, PC any percent easy in 139.09 by Honorable J. Says it finally took my easy any percent record back from Kojosao. It's got to be a Kohosao or Koyosao, right? Is that Spanish? That's sort of Spanish sounding. I don't know. By almost 30 seconds. Beuchi, confirm, deny.
So, I don't know.
I don't think he's Spanish.
Okay. Okay, then that's
I
fine.
may
Maybe
be wrong.
it's Portuguese. Might be Portuguese or something. Who knows? Anyway, overall, or probably just America. Overall, the run is one of my cleanest. The few mistakes are real ugly. Now that we finally got breached the 140 mark, time to grind as close to 135 as possible. Damn. There you go. Batman Arkham Asylum, pretty good game. Weirdly, longer than the other Batman games, even though those are open world and generally much bigger to play on your first playthrough. So,
That's interesting.
but yeah, they're really cool runs. I really enjoyed these Batman runs. There's something very cool about the game the way the game works when you know it perfectly. Really feel like movie Batman when you just walk into the room and you know exactly what's going to happen and act accordingly. Something very cool about laying traps for things. I'm just watching this combat.
Yep.
These guys are just flailing around on the ground.
Batman-based beat 'em up action.
That's it. Definitely killing anyone in this Batman. Unlike Batman. Which one is it? Is Batman Genesis, where he just blows up people? Just punches them and they explode? Or is that Master System? I can't remember. There you go. These big fights are a pain, and I really didn't like the way these worked. Oh my god, there are bats
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's making short work of them, though.
Yeah. Multi-grapple hook, I guess.
Multi-grapple.
Grapnel hook.
What's a grapnel?
I don't know, but they called it grapnel in Arkham City, and I have no reason to believe that they wouldn't call it the grapnel hook in Arkham Asylum. But no, I don't know what grapnel is either, and I was confused when I heard it. I just sort of let them go with it.
Grapnel.
So there you go.
Okay.
Grapnel. It doesn't sound right, does it? Anyway, hey, we got more Batman though.
More Batman.
Yeah, we got Batman
Cool.
the video game. So I don't know what that last one was because this is
Right.
the video game. This is on Game Boy. It's US version of Game Boy. the game. I've got cough laughing. I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'll read it. Here we go. It's Batman, the video game for the Game Boy. Beat the game. I guess that means any percent. 11 minutes, 21 seconds by Lurk, who says, did not play this game for a few months and then decided to do some runs. Ended up cutting 2 seconds for a new PB. That goes to show how unoptimized the game is. I'm confident that with some practice, I can push closer to sub 11. For reference, the TAS for this game is 10:06.
Oh,
All right, cool.
bad. I survived my bout of laugh. I have a problem
okay?
when I laugh. Sometimes it coughs. And, it's horrible.
It's too much grapnel.
All right. God, fuck. Fuck you, Weasel.
All right.
I was gonna not swear, and then I thought, no.
No, you're gonna use it for good, huh?
Not today.
All
You're
right.
gonna use
This
the
is the
power.
one to use it for.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Battle Tank Global Assault. Ion, don't know why. You can have this one.
Okay.
Yep.
So-
I know you're a fan of this
Well,
concept.
yeah, it's a friend of mine, man. We got tanks for the N64 US version, any percent, in 2633 by JY Motion. A pretty good run. 2 preventable insta-deaths on the minefields, but I also lost 20 seconds to randomness. Half of that randomness was 2 tanks surviving a nuke explosion, and the other was an auto-scroller that varies in length for no reason. I'll be trying for sub 26.
This game's really nuts, as you can see by the wonderful wonderful highlight video. There's another thing in classic Nintendo 64 fashion where you can increase the movement speed. It's by resetting the stick, right? This neutral reset, you can go 3 times as fast, I think, is what we
In this game?
had last.
Oh, in many games, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and in this one, I believe they said it was 3 times.
3
And
times.
sometimes you drive and sometimes you can drive so quickly you end up over a wall you can't get out of. So
Wow.
good stuff. Good job, Jai Motion. I enjoy watching it. All right, we got is this meant to be Berenstein? Bears?
Berenstein.
So it's like, okay, so it's bear twice.
Not
okay.
Berenstain. It's written as
I thought it might-
Berenstain, isn't it?
It is written as Berenstain. Okay, well, let's go with that. It's Berenstain Bears Camping Adventure on Genesis, US version, any percent in 559 by Dark Fox 36. There are supposed to be 5 levels on easy mode, but 50% of the time, instead of unlocking the last level, the game just gives you the victory screen and credits.
Oh, neat.
Because of that, this run is very RNG heavy, since half of all attempts end in failure due to not getting the credits early. I don't understand that at all.
That's pretty annoying.
I don't know. Just imagine, like, so that means half the people who played this didn't see the last level.
Right, and didn't even know that there was supposed to be one. They just
Yeah.
like, wow, that was anticlimactic.
All right, Borderlands. Beuchi, can you do Borderlands? B's, B&B, Borderlands, Beuchi, so on. You know, it's good enough for me.
Sure. Borderlands for PC, any percent. 1 hour 43 minutes and 26 seconds without loads by Penta. He says this run beat the previous record by almost 4 minutes and a half, and it was a long process to get to this. Over the 11 months, I can't read. Over the 11 months I've been running this, I improved my PV quite a few times, always getting better execution, but messing up some parts. In this run, I can say that no big mistakes were made, and I had a decent RNG to support me as well. My sum of best segments is about 5 minutes faster than this, but it's almost impossible to get considering how much of a good luck I will need. I'm satisfied with this time, especially because I did the best I could with the RNG the game gave me, and that's something I never did before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's okay not having. It's harder to read these comments than people give us credit for. It's like when you're watching a quiz show and you're like yelling at the guy because you know the answer, but then like you know that if you were there you'd find it more difficult. It's like that in many ways. In many ways, it's really difficult, and we deserve more credit for being able to read these comments as well as we do.
I don't deserve any credit. Don't worry about me.
It's okay, I'll take yours.
All
I'll
right.
take yours.
Yeah, you can have the credit. That's fine.
But yeah, Borderlands is a real RNG. I mean, it's like if you get a good gun drop early and another good gun drop later in the game, like that's it. You can save minutes, multiple minutes. So it's cool to see Penta still going at this. Borderlands 1 is a pretty fun game. I find it hard to play after the second one's out though. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I did not expect to see a boss fight as the highlight clip for this. I don't know why. There you go. That was the last boss of the game. Dispatched very cleanly. So good job, Penta. Well done. We got some Bucky action back in general. Just in general. It's Bucky O'Hare, NES Japanese normal mode in 2357 by Callum Bull, who says, nice to finally see a 23 in Bucky. or improve this to at least a 2340 something at some point. Hopefully a low 40. Reach for the stars, man. Reach for the low 40s.
The low 40 stars.
Low 40 stars, yeah.
Yeah.
We got also... Is this really the name? Crystal Beads?
Crystal beans.
Crystal Beads. On SNES. Yes, man. I got the laugh cops again.
It's killing him
This is
again.
So unfair. This is like any percent in 3656 by Delm, who says, here's a run of Crystal Beads in 3656. The game is pretty much the same as Gungeon Explorer on the TurboGrafx 16, but made for the Super Famicom. You level your stats by either finding stat gems in hidden areas and hidden characters, or by killing bosses. Enjoy the run. They're really cool Crystal Beads. What does that
Crystal
even mean?
beans.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Alright. Next we have the much more sensibly titled Diablo. This is PC, the any percent no negative HP glitch in 1552 by Possessed Warrior. Oh man. It was on the show last week. I was super excited to like talk about a new Diablo. Oh, okay. It's still new. It's still cool.
It was
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. After last week's comments, here are some more along the lines of what you're accustomed to. This run is bad, and I should feel bad. Did you say something to him last week that made him hate you guys?
Well, no, there were a bunch of people last week who were like, "Oh, the run was great. Everything went well." And we're like, "What? That's not real. These aren't real comments." So,
Oh, okay.
fortunately, people
He's much more
they
negative.
toned it back
this
out
week.
and down again.
You've
Yeah,
ruined it. Okay.
right.
This game gave me everything I could hope for, and I said no thanks. I do not want sub 15 today. Please try later. Everything went unbelievably well until Lazarus, where I forgot to get back to low HP. I then choked away over a minute between Laz and Diablo. If anyone would like some salt, I have a large stockpile here for the taking. Congratulations, Possessed Warrior. I'm going to encourage you to be optimistic next time round. I want a really stoic comment next week.
Stoic next
Really-
week. All right.
Really
a whole
stoic.
episode.
Just really just like the game's throwing stuff at you, but you're being strong, keeping logical, cold emotionless, just performance. That's what I want. All right.
All right. I want games with fun names like Crystal Beans.
Well, we have a game with a fun name now.
We do.
It's Dokapon Kingdom.
You're right. We do.
Yeah, that
Okay.
counts as a fun name. We could consult Darkwing Duck on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's a fun name. This is on Wii, apparently. Any percent story mode, 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 9 seconds by Darkwing Duck, who said, this is not an optimized run. There is no optimized run in Dokapon Kingdom. I like this saying names excitedly. That's good. The fastest times in this game occur when the game decides you have to desperately scream why. I'm not going to scream again, but like it's really passionate why. Fewer times than any other time the remotely thinks you're making an attempt at speedrunning the game. The powerful and mighty Zebra Dada fucking names this week, I swear, made an appearance in this run. I'll spare giving you highlights since no one knows what's going on in this game anyway. I still died a lot. Well, there you go. I don't know. This week is designed just to make me chuckle myself into an early grave, I swear. All right. Again, I can't really think of any way of linking this to you, Ion Grab Array. Like, I'm really just trying to stretch it out, but just Dragon Ball Z. Did you watch Dragon Ball Z ever?
Yeah.
Probably, right? I mean, we all did, right?
Right. Yeah. Of course.
Good. Sweet. Fiesel, did you watch Dragon Ball Z?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah. Beuchi?
Yeah.
See, there we go.
We're all qualified.
We're all on the
Who
same
hasn't?
page here.
Right.
There's a few people. I mean, like, sometimes I've been at someone's house and I'll be like, oh, dude, did you ever watch, Dragon Balls? And they're like, yes. And then I start talking about it and it quickly comes apparent they've never watched an episode of it. I don't really know what to say. It's like someone never having watched The Simpsons or... Anyway, Dragon Ball. As Dragon Ball fans, all of us, tell us about Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury, please. Ion.
Oh, okay. All right. Boo's Fury for the Game Boy Advance, US version, any percent, 2 hours, 28 minutes, 33 seconds by Delm. A few months after stopping running this game, some people started to race it, and had the objective of breaking the game, with a bit of rerouting and the new candy clip, see a highlight. You can now skip a fight, death animation, and walking to the door. Wow.
Oh, he turns you into candy like he does in the TV show.
Oh yeah. The way the skip works is as soon as Boo eats you, your character location is moved to his head, which can still trigger doors. The movement in this run was pretty good, but can still be improved.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened to you. I like that the Goku model looks pretty small, so it looks like he's a kid there, but that's a hilarious clip for so many reasons.
bizarre.
Like, he turns you into candy, puts you in his mouth, and you like go through the door because his head can go through doors. I
Okay.
want to see it again. Okay, it's fine.
There you go.
Dragon Warrior 3 then on NES, any percent in 41908 by Everhate. Says uses riskier strategies, manipulates bomb crags, okay, and generally decent luck overall. Sub 4 may be possible with a great run. Bacon.
Bacon.
I don't know what that's Bacon's doing there, but I will not object. Bacon has been accepted. Congratulations,
Bacon
Everhate.
accepted.
Bacon accepted. Words that should be uttered more often. Okay. God of War. God damn it. What's wrong with me?
You got him again.
Good, it's fine. No, I'm stopping it. I'm choking them back. Alright, PS3, PAL, God of War, any percent new game plus in 131.89 by Axiom. Hey, wait, that's not the name I was expecting. Okay. Another sizable upgrade to the current world record of this game. Got most tricks right on first try. However, Aegean Sea could still be faster, and besides that, there are maybe 50 seconds worth of mistakes. Sub 130 is definitely possible, but I'm happy with this run for now. I was expecting it to be EXE's continued tear, but nice. This game, we've said it 1,000 times, it's broken in a very hilarious way. Like Ape Escape, it's another Sony in-house sort of produced title type thing, so it has swimming in air. Sort of like crawling in air. Not that different. Was God of War a cancelled Ape Escape on PS3?
Seems like it, to be honest.
That's it. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Guys, open your eyes. Open your eyes, TSSB viewers. This was going to be Ape Escape 4 on PS3.
Instead, we got that move game where they run at you and you just swing.
Yeah. Million monkeys and I don't know what the move one's even called.
I think it's just Ape Escape Move.
We got Ape Academy on PSP as well, which would have been a fun mini-game adventure game, but the load times are too long. So it's just enough time for you to get bored before the next mini-game loads.
Huh. Neat.
That one had a very fun 1 meter dash.
1 meter dash.
1 meter dash. Yeah. All right. Then we got. Oh my gosh! Hey, I know this game. Oh my cool. Oh my cool.
Oh my cool.
Oh my cool. It's Hammerwatch, dude. It's Hammerwatch. This is like indie Gauntlet. It's so inspired by Gauntlet. There are bonus stages which are Gauntlet stages. So there you go. But this is Hammerwatch on PC. Any percent co-op easier difficulty. Okay, all right. 32 minutes by Pyoxt and Evatical. I think, is that how you spell his name? As I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Evatical. That looks right. Evatical?
Yeah.
Evatical.
Yeah. Okay. After a week or two of rooting this game and running, we managed to finish a decent two-player co-op run on Task and Watch. We decided to play it on a version 1.23, because that's when the Thieves fan of Nice attack was strongest. Paladin, played by Pyox, was used for the high mobility and for his constant high DPS. He has a charge move. Thief, played by Evatical. Okay, so he is a Evatical. Okay, got a bunch of mana and a fan of knife damage upgrades and just blew up the bosses. We we got very lucky on this run as we got 2 random mana upgrades on the first act, giving us Thief a huge boost in burst damage. Big mistakes on the 11th floor though, so we'll try and improve it later. I'd be intrigued to see how they go about this. Like, I imagine it's just a case of kill as few enemies as required to get to bosses, but they're playing Paladin and Thief. Thief is pretty high damage, Paladin's pretty generally all around good, so makes sense. I'd be intrigued to see where you could go. Like, this is up to 4-player co-op. It's sort of like a dungeon crawly sort of gauntlet style game. It's surprisingly fun. I was wondering what a run of it would look like, so I actually am watch this video. Not now, but I will. But yeah, good job, Pyox and Evathical. I'm intrigued. Consider my interest peaked. All right.
All right.
Now we have Harry Potter in the Goblet. Would you like to do this one, Feasel? It's got a short comment.
Sure, why not? Okay. This is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, PC version. Any percent run in 1 hour, 18 minutes, 4 seconds by Danny Player 1. Who says, the run is the worst run made by a human being. Bad RNG, bad execution, bad movements, still world record. I must improve this. It can be around 3 minutes faster. Well, that's not... only 3
It's
minutes.
optimistic, at least. Like...
Right.
It's the worst run
made by a human being. There's computers that have made worse runs than this. That's
just think out there, Danny. There's a dog that's made a worse run than yours, so don't worry about it too much.
Hold on, I gotta show you the video of this.
Okay, I gotta see this worst run ever made.
Yeah, well,
I really hope.
Run.
No, this was the only good part of it, though. You don't get to see the bad
I really hope
stuff.
it's just him running into walls constantly, and, like not skipping text, like watching entire cutscenes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love it if that was the case. But... Oh, he's going really fast here.
It's fast.
Jeez,
It's a
that's
fast game.
fast. Dude, that's really fast. That's
Yeah.
that.
This is the only
That's
fast
that
part of the run.
That's that firebolt broomstick, right? Or is it
Fire
the Nimbus?
Nimbus something thousand.
He had to, didn't he have the Nimbus 2000 and then he got the firebolt, which is better?
I think so. I think that happened at some point, but maybe not
Harry
here.
Potter fans? Any Harry Potter fans? Ion, Beuchi, Harry Potter fans? Do you know the broom status?
I
think-
do not know the lore. I'm sorry.
No. No.
I-
I'm
Beuchi?
not sure either.
Not sure, okay. I have a feeling he had Nimbus and changed to Firebolt or something, but
The Fire Butt 5000.
they could easily just be the names of video games I've played or spells in World of Warcraft, so who knows? Someone in chat will know. They always know, and they're always angry when we don't know. But all right. Oh man,
Oh,
I was
goodness.
going to give this to Beuchi, but this almost seems cruel. I think we should maybe take one each on this one.
Okay.
Beuchi, do you want to take the any percent of low gravity man? Then I'll do low percent, and then Ion, you can do any percent hardest because you're the. Actually, you probably don't say that in America, so I won't say that because it's going to sound weird. we'll just leave it at that, okay? In England, it would be fine. The English guys would be like, "Yeah, I get what he's saying," but might come across as a bit weird sounding for the rest of you. So we'll go with that. So Beuchi, you take any percent.
So yeah, low G man, the low gravity man for the NES.
I just love that
The
title.
Yeah.
American
Why did they
version,
just call it the low gravity man? Why did they call him low G man, the low gravity
For brevity,
man?
Flicky. They wanted it to be as short as possible, the game name.
In case you don't know what it means, I guess.
Right. They're like, low G, man, that doesn't make any sense. Alright.
Yeah, any percent in 12 minutes 54 seconds by Saki the Hybrid.
Mhm.
I think that's how it's said. But yeah, finally achieved sub 13. Had decent execution and pretty good RNG. I guess I remedied.
Yeah.
All right. The problem with that 13-12 run, as this one at least isn't awful. Well, that's good. There are still places where I can execute better and get better RNG, so I'm not quite done with this yet. Any percent hardest difficulty and low percent are beconning, however.
Indeed, they are. 'Cause here they are, right there.
Yeah, here they are. They're right
Yeah.
here. Now, we have also, unbelievably, a low percent of low G man, the low gravity man. How low could this get? Like, why isn't he called LG man? Like, why is only gravity shortened to G? It doesn't make anyway. This is low percent in 1758 by Zaki the Hybrid. So, and now proving it's possible to be relatively quick without any upgrades. This is a lot of fun as it requires often creative solutions in situations where one would ordinarily just take advantage of full jump. The range and power of the spear or the range of the freeze gun, there's still a lot of improvements to be had. The usual better RNG and execution, but that'll happen soon enough. He doesn't have a comment about the next one, but anyway. Any percent hardest, please, IonG.
Okay. Any percent hardest? Low GM, the Low Gravity Man, it's a new one, by Zaki the Hybrid. By using a password, you can start on the hardest difficulty level, which would otherwise require 2 completions of the game to reach. This is my first completed run, which is okay for what it is, but can be better. I got tired of 2 hours of bad RNG, and just killed almost everything on the first stage to get a head start on upgrades. Less farming and better execution will definitely lead to major improvements here. I'm happy with how the final boss fight went, though, and it's a lot more fun in this difficulty, as the strategy has a slight variation from the normal 80% strat. On a not run related note, though, the advertisement and the hardest difficulty ending amuses me, and then he doesn't say what it is.
Doesn't. He still hasn't told us what the boss is.
You're
we
watching.
get to see it. Oh,
There you go.
Oh,
yes, that is so.
Neat.
I'm watching.
Wait for it.
Wait, what? Is that real?
Yeah, I didn't edit this. That's what it looks like.
I don't trust it with Gildersleeves around.
Right.
Like anything.
So there you
normally.
go.
Why has he still not told us what that boss is? We still don't know what
No,
that
I don't
boss
know. That
is.
weird like eye thing with the
With
claw
the
things.
random foot, the one
Yeah.
foot. Either not properly developed. I don't know. Anyway,
Sure.
we have Metal Slug Advance, Game Boy Advance, 80% normal difficulty, 1419 by Gyro. I'm going with a Tiger Shot style gyro spin on that one this week. Improves my previous time by 9 seconds. No major mistakes and better than average boss luck made this run consistently solid. There's minor mistakes that total up to about 2 seconds, and 14 seconds could be saved with ideal boss luck. Okay, I got that. For comparison, I consider about 25 seconds lost to boss RNG to be average. Ah, wow, not bad. 2 of the bosses have less than 5% chance of having their ideal pattern, and 1 has about a 15% chance. Lucky Berenstein Bears doesn't have any random boss luck now that I think about it. But yeah, these games have an annoying amount of RNG. I remember talking with Mike Uyama ages ago about Metal Slug 3 runs, and he found a Japanese guy, and he just flat out, it was hard to believe the RNG he had could be gotten. If there wasn't any manipulation or anything going on, or maybe even video splicing, but it was the RNG in this game can be really nuts. To get what you want, weapon drop wise and boss patterns and so on, can be pretty crazy. I don't know if that's particularly bad for the Metal Slug Advance one, but I don't know.
Okay.
I just have to again remark how damn good this game looks for a GBA game.
Yeah,
It's kind of nuts how smooth it runs. Are we good on the clip?
No, we got another 30
Okay,
seconds to
fine.
fill. So
Sorry, I thought you were. That's fine. Yeah. No, I got nothing more to say than Metal Slug games are great.
Yep. It's fun to explode things.
It's really fun to explode things. It's fun to
Yes.
explode things fast too.
Fast exploding of things. Yep.
Fast exploding of things. That's it. Was he? Is a fast exploder?
We almost called the show the Fast Exploding of Things break.
We did. It got beaten out by Easy Feezy's late night sexy cast though,
Right.
and then eventually that became this name.
Or the
It was.
TSSB show, the Sunday Sequence Break show, which was sort of named after Low G Man.
It wouldn't be that though. It would be the Sunday S break.
Right.
The Sunday sequence break. That's what it would be called.
Right.
Oh
Yep.
my god. Having that game title. Alright.
All right, good. Excellent.
Oh boy, this is a long one too. I don't want to have to read this.
Oh, goodness.
Ion Gravare. You're a
Hey.
big fan of
I had
Oh,
this
boy.
game actually.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There's another long one afterwards. I can't get away. Alright, yeah, you do this one then. Go on.
Alright, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, SNES, American, or U version, normal, Morphless, okay.
Mm.
In 29 minutes by Nirvana runs. Finally got a new PB on this category. I got an almost perfect stage 1, my Mirror Maniac fight, the first boss was awesome. I got the good RNG, and I get -2 seconds on the second stage, but I don't get
I've not seen this play before.
I don't get the airplane skip. I
Gonna
don't know
mute
why,
off myself. Hang on, just go on.
but was a nice stage. On stage 3, I get a very good RNG from Skill Arena. On stage 4, I used the new route, so I think it helps a little in the timer. Also, I almost get the perfect quick fight on boss Magnet Brain. On stage 5, he's got like full run comments here, man. This is in depth.
Oh, you don't have to read everything, but just give us a sampling of it.
Yeah, well, that's a sampling of what it's like here.
Excellent.
Obviously.
I liked how you stressed various articles. Were you aware you were doing that? Like, I looked through to see if he'd capitalized or bolded some A's and thes, but it was just all you.
Yeah, because he kept switching between A and V a lot.
Yeah,
so.
right. I knew there was something up in what you were saying. You just like A, V, A. Yeah, this is a cool game. The boss fight, I had to say, like, when he's like slamming that stick down on that boss, I couldn't handle it. But we're gonna put these comments in a paste bin and throw them out to you guys if you want to read them.
Yeah, you should also link to our links page if you can too. That would be nice.
I'll do that.
Because I know people want to watch these runs. You want to watch all these runs, don't you? I know you guys do.
What happened to our bot? What happened to our bot?
Oh, Mrs. Weebles? I don't know.
Yeah.
She's gone. Where did Mrs. Weebles go?
Guess you don't know what you got till the bot's gone. There's that. Let me get to our TSS break. It's tssbreak.com/links. Very, very simple link there. Let's throw that one in chat.
Very simple link.
You can check it out there. Also, follow the YouTube channel, which is also TSS Break. I think.
Yeah, it sure
is. And you get full episodes being uploaded there, but the highlight videos as well. If you want to watch any of these highlight videos again, the highlight videos are being uploaded separately, and again,
and again,
and again,
yes.
and again, and so on. They're all being uploaded there as well. So check those ones out.
As well as to iTunes too.
Yeah. Yeah, to iTunes as well. Sorry, I thought that was a joke, and then I realized it's not.
It's not a joke. I work hard on it.
You work very hard. As does Arcano, our behind-the-scenes guy. The other guys, Green and Gildersneeze, PJ, and Duckfist also work hard. Anyway, there's a paste bin for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. This is... I don't know if you know anything specifically about this one, but I'm going to try and read this comment quickly in the time it takes for him to do this. But this is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. NES, NTSC version, single segment in 16:25.89. Saved it by Zalad1. Said this was an absurdly difficult run to get. I've chipped away at my PB for quite some time, but finally after I got the Wii Punch-Out run I wanted, I felt I needed to go for this a bit more since my execution has been really strong lately. This run has no execution errors up until I get to phase 2 on Mike Tyson, which I have never gotten close to doing before. I started missing frame perfect punches after landing all 9 in phase 1, so near the end of phase 3 I started shifting to regular counts instead of the frame perfect ones, as I didn't want to throw away this opportunity, which doesn't happen often. There are luck events throughout the entire game practically, but the Hippo and Soda are the worst run killers outside of Tyson. This run is very beatable, but it's getting to the point where it's all going to come down to Tyson at the end. I have to thank Sinister1 for all the encouragement he showed me as I learned this game. Without him helping me learn how this works, I would never would have even speedrun this game in the first place. Thanks go out to McHazard too for his awesome tasks and helpful insight into anything we need to know about the game. When he says there was no execution errors in this game, he means it.
Yeah.
You literally, there's nothing until Tyson, which, while this game is 16 minutes on that timer, it's nearer an hour, isn't it, in an actual runtime, actual real time?
Near an hour? I think it's not quite that long, is it?
Is it? Oh, okay, I might be getting confused.
Well, but this guy's on a tear lately. Zallard's just been giving us some high quality runs. Yeah.
But yeah, 60 FPS, countless frame perfect tricks, Mike Tyson, Punch-Out. I mean, so up until this fight, he's at, not even this bit, he's still frame perfect everywhere he tried at this point. So, yeah, I don't know how you do it, Zala, but keep going, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, blindfolded.
Yeah, probably
Blindfolded Tyson fight. You're gonna see it.
could happen. It could finally happen.
Yeah, there's some possibility of that.
I think somebody already did that actually.
Oh, did they actually?
Blindfolded Tyson fight, like actually successful?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't aware of this.
Sweet. Congratulations to that guy. Zala then, AGDQ, full run. Blindfolded. Let's see it. 19 minutes your time? I'm really off then. I must be confused completely, but good job, Zala. That's the important part. Alright. Montezuma's return, aka Monty. Not Monty on the run, but this is the true Monty.
Monty on the
PC.
return.
Nice. This is PC any percent 3108 by Pyoxt. He says first proper run using the new cat level out of bounds. It's pretty simple. You just strafe left when you start the level, and you can fall into the last room of the level. Skipping 3 minutes of gameplay. But yeah, Monty, it's taken the world by storm. One runner at a time. It's taken its time. It's taken its time. I mean, it's taken one runner so far, but it will take more. For sure. But yeah, it's a surprisingly good speed game. Pyox is doing pretty damn well at it. This is the out of bounds? Is that literally it? Like, yeah. You should really check out this run. It's surprisingly enjoyable to watch. It's like a really kooky, weird first-person game.
Yeah, he's punching this fat guy in the butt.
It's exactly true. Oh, hey, the fat guy turned into...
He's split into two fat guys to get punched in the butt. Oh, goodness.
There you go. Montezuma's revenge. You should... Return, sorry, Montezuma's return.
I write Montezuma's Revenge every time.
I know, and I want to say it all the time.
Oh, goodness.
You gotta watch it. Just watch it. Look at this shit. He had to choose this highlight as well. I swear he's holding stuff back in this game just so he has more highlights, like this kick animation. Kick animation. It's not fair. It's not fair. Today is not a fair day. You're trying to kill me, I swear.
Oh, goodness.
Alright, is that over, Peaceful?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks. Alright, Beuchi, can you can you take Pac-Man to the new adventures, please? Thank you.
Pac-Man 2, the new adventures for the SNES on the American version.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
20% in 3025 by Wild Mouse. They say the previous world record for this game was set in 2007. It's a very unconventional game, especially for speedrunning. Consider the player cannot directly control Pac-Man. Speedrunning it's mainly a game of mood optimization and carefully timed animation skipping. I've optimized some parts of the previous record, but made many mistakes. Sub-30 is coming up, still though this was my first complete run of the game and it ended up being world record.
Wow, that's the way to do it.
Is this the one that Mecha Richter ran? What did Mecha Richter run?
I think so, because I recognize this very expressive Pac-Man with his emotions. Yeah, this Pac-Man's a real spaz. Just can't play
You're allowed
cool.
to say you're allowed
spaz.
to say you're allowed to play spaz in America? Like,
Sure. Don't be a spaz. You can say that. That's fine.
I think we used to be able to say it, but now you can't. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely the same game. I can see these emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Miss Pac-Man for a very long time. It looked like they got like lipstick on and very deep expressive eyes. So apparently, by the way, so the runner, the Genesis version's quicker, so get on that.
So there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you can save time. What does that say?
Gum.
Gum. I thought it was CUTN. I couldn't figure that one out. I was like, did they misspell something? Like, that's not even right. Anyway, good job, Wild Mouse. Hold on. Alright, we got another Power Rangers game.
Sure do.
What's going on? Is there a Power Rangers anniversary or something? I don't know. Anyway.
It's Power Rangers month.
It's
No, it's
Power
not.
Rangers month. November is Power Ranger month. Hope you're all wearing your Power Ranger costumes. We all are. Getting ready for bed in my Power Rangers onesie. This is Power Rangers Light Speed Rescue. And so it's a fast rescue, so don't blink. You're gonna miss it. But this is N64, 90% hard in 45:36 by Author Blues. Never before have the Power Rangers known such mediocrity. With exciting adventures such as cleaning up messes, helping to find townspeople, putting out car fires, cleaning up messes, defeating virtual reality bosses with a virtual reality Megazord, and cleaning up messes. The only real redeeming quality of this run is the fact that the game gives an enthusiastic yay after each completed mission. It really pushes your suspension of disbelief. The struggle to believe that anyone has actually playtested this game, meme member has reached a new record low. I do like that. I get like it's not exciting for the Power Rangers, but I would say putting out a car fire is a pretty exciting day for me. Like
Yeah,
the
that would be
cleaning
a
up
big
messes,
thing.
I get, yeah, like helping out townspeople, alright, but putting out a car fire is something I would probably post on Facebook, maybe even tweet about it. Like, I would have to find a way to post it so it wouldn't sound like I was bragging about the fact that I put out a car fire, but this does look weird though. The running animation. Look at this shit. God.
Right.
Look at him, bro.
It looks like I picked random stuff that doesn't make sense for the highlight, but no, the whole run is basically like that.
Yeah, I think you showed everything except for the flying segments.
Okay.
Look at those animations. Those are unreal.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
This goddamn week, I swear. This is the stupidest week of records I think we've ever had. All of them are designed to just make me lose it. Alright. Cuba, nothing can be funny about Cuba. I know Cuba, I'm familiar
Intense
with
and
Cuba.
hardcore. Not
Right.
funny. Intense.
Yeah. This is Cuba on NES, any percent. NTSC version, 3928 by Yogi the Monk. Nope, Yogi, that's fine.
Mhm.
This run is still pretty bad, but I'm progressing. Sub 35 is possible. It is an odd game to speedrun because pause buffering hurts your time, but simultaneously gives you better decision making, which improves your time. I pull off a frame perfect jump to end this level in 2-3. You have a 1 frame window to jump through an enemy. Also, I came out with many distinct openings for each level that you can see in my splits. I really... Oh my god, sorry. I'm really sorry. I really like Cuba, actually. It's a really fun game. Like, my granddad had it on floppy disk as a weird DOS thing. And that's a surprising amount of fun.
Yeah, this looks very similar to the Atari version, which is what I had.
I think
26.
they're probably pretty identical. Looks very similar to the DOS version I had too.
Oh. Well, me and your granddad should get together. We got similar tastes, it sounds like.
Yes, yeah. You know, definitely for sure. I'll hook you up with my
Okay.
granddad.
Cool.
Dude, it's so smart. Look at that. Running this game seems pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued by Cuba speedruns.
When he's taking a break from Ultima 4, he plays this.
Better
See
him
the
than me.
crossover
but,
skills.
Yeah. Definitely all the color management in Ultima.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, congratulations, Yogi the Monk. I'm actually very impressed by this. Like, I wouldn't know where to begin with speedrunning Cuba. I think I had enough trouble just finishing levels.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky.
Alright,
Cool. Well, congrats.
Risk of Rain? Yeah. We got Onin continuing his tear through the Japanese PC games. This is the Japanese version of Risk of Rain. It's the Japanese PC. Any percent in 1041 by Onin. It says that Risk of Rain got patched again last week, but luckily we managed to get a backup of the fastest version so I can keep grinding. Woo.
Fortunately.
Woo or wool? I think it's woo, yeah. This run contains a few minor optimizations, but mostly just better luck. Great portals, good spawn at the ship, decent item drops. Oh, okay. I ended up so... This is why you need the and, otherwise I keep going. It's like, I ended up so far ahead of pace that the imp boss from the Origin artifact actually screwed me over by spawning in the middle of the Providence fight. What? Okay. Guess I'll be turning that one off. Still a really solid run, but not quite perfect. One day I get that sub 1040 though, won't be grinding as hard anymore. P.S. PCJ is the fastest vehicle in Vice City. That's a good point.
The PCJ.
The PCJ bike is the fastest, so this guy knows his stuff. Alright, Ion. No link again, I'm really sorry. I can't think of any of your name to anything, I'm really sorry, but you can
it's cool.
Splatterhouse 3. It's just difficult, you know.
Splatterhouse 3, Genesis version, any % Game Master difficulty in 2214 by Slaughterhouse Rock. Very nice name. Fitting.
Yeah.
So many bad things happened in this run that I'm amazed it beat my old time. The only good thing was stage 4, where I gained 7 seconds, but then I immediately lost it all in the following stage thanks to bad dog luck. Boy, I hear you there.
Bad dog
The
luck.
orange.
Bad dog.
The RNG is real, but I won't give in till either it breaks me.
All right.
Like
This-
bad dog RNG is like you came over, the dog tore up tore up the mail or something like that. Oh, god damn it. Sorry I was late, my dog ran away. I've got such bad dog like RNG today. Oh, it's unreal.
Sorry I'm late. I was beating up a teddy bear.
It's just a very common excuse. Another teddy bear, Lee. Are you serious? Alright. This game is nuts. I really like the 3D one. And it's amazing whenever I watch this, I see how similar they are. They're really like it's a pretty faithful like 3D modernizing of this series.
Neat.
Right. Just
Cool.
gonna sneeze, so carry on without me.
All right, sounds good. Well, next thing we got here. Oh man, Super Adventure Island 2. I'll read this one off because this is a crazy game. Here, let me start this video going. So this is not very much like the Adventure Island that you're familiar with. Super Adventure Island 2, SNES, any percent in 5722 by Peapod.1. Okay. Who says, this beats the previous fastest known time by about 45 seconds, mostly using more optimized movement. Boss fights in general can still be improved, but still a solid run overall. So yeah, this is, there's a Super Adventure Island. The first Super Adventure Island is sort of like a SNESization of the, NES Adventure Islands, but this game sort of took it to another level in that it becomes much more of like a sort of an adventure kind of game. It seems like there's a lot of non-linear parts to it, and there's just more of a variety of gameplay than the original Adventure Island series.
Is
but-
anyone else thinking that this guy looks like the Player 2 model for Wreck-It Ralph?
Is he wearing armor too? He's got a sword. It's like
No,
pretty
it
advanced
just
stuff.
just think, I don't know, for whatever reason, if Wreck-It Ralph had a second player, it would be this guy.
Huh.
Alright. Not Ralph, sorry, the Fix-It guy. Sorry.
Fix It Phil.
Fix-It Phil, is he called that?
I made that up, so I would be really surprised if that's what he was
Someone's
called.
Felix, it's Felix.
Felix,
Think.
yeah, Felix.
Okay.
He looks like... Is it Fix-It Felix? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the movie in English. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it looks like the Player 2 model of Fix-It Felix. There you
Oh.
go. There you go. Hopefully people agree. Like, I mean, it doesn't look like Ralph at all. That's silly. But yeah.
All right.
Right.
Whatever you say.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for enabling me and allowing me to keep on going. Alright.
All right.
We got Super Castlevania 4 on SNES, Japanese version, 80% in 3228 by Joe D'Amelio. This is best I've ever done past stage 4. Still mistakes in stage 5, 7, and Dracula. The rest is bad RNG, besides no chandeliers. Besides no chandeliers, yeah. 13 seconds from my final goal. Final
did
goal.
Something got. We're doing these in the wrong order. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep reading. You may as well finish.
Are we?
It's fine.
Wait, what have we messed up? You
Uh,
put this in the dock in the wrong order.
Oh, it must be me who did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe Super Vast away, but yeah, Super Castlevania snuck in late. But anyway, let's move on to Super Mario Bros. Beuchi, you're
Sure. Super Mario Bros.
that'll
3
do. Just give it to you. I can't think of anything. Sorry.
on the NES, the NTSC version, any percent on 312 by Products. This run is what I've been aiming at for a while, and I finally did it. I've been working on the glitch, I don't know what glitch, for a few months.
Oh,
and
you'll
came
see.
out with-
You'll see.
You'll see the glitch. You
and
won't
came
understand.
out with a lot of stuff, and always aimed for a time under 330. I'm now at 312, and Relay pushed the game to his limit with the strat I was using. The only real mistake in this run was the white block in 1-3 where I lost half a second there. That's not a real mistake if it's just half of a second, but
Right.
It's a 3-minute.
Yeah, it's a 3-minute run though, so.
It's a big mistake.
oh, that's true, that's true.
All right. But anyway, yeah, watch this. This is, I mean, I don't know. I can't explain what's happening, but you've seen enough games where this happens that you can sort of guess what's
It's
going on.
sort of like Mario Land 2. It was one of these things. So I think I tuned into Product stream. I think I couldn't tell if it was definitely his one or someone else who was doing this. I was watching and I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's not speedrunning the game. And about halfway through, I was like, oh, is this going to be one of those? Oh, it is. So I also think Products maybe gave away his location by calling the game a he. I thought that was Beuchi making a mistake, like it's a common mistake, but no. He said his. And then here you go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
And then we're black screen for a bit. But yes, this is one of those classic credit warps. You fiddle around with the memory addresses and just by doing various actions in the game, and it sort of wonkily does everything. And it's you sort of take a warp pipe into the game's code in this case, where the game's code is being displayed as sprites. Or the information there is being displayed as sprites, and I don't know exactly what he does in this one, but Mario works his way through it and hits a certain point and ends up in the credits.
Neat. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm
damn
telling
good.
you, eventually every game's going to have a credits warp.
Eventually they are.
We're not going to beat games anymore.
But yeah, congratulations, Products. Says he's really happy with this round and will come back to the game in the future. And hopefully someone will beat his time during the break from this game, so it'll give him more motivation. But congratulations, really cool to see. Alright. What's some more Mario though? More Super Mario, but this time Super Mario World. This is the Japanese version. This is any percent no cape, no Star World, aka one of many categories, like Let the Man Cape, but still no. This is no cape, no Star World. So basically, no warps, no flying over levels. It's 34:44 by Waz. Says this run is about 6 seconds off perfection, half that being RNG. Well, that's a low number. 6 seconds? Damn. So I'm very pleased with it. I use and execute pretty much all the optimal strats. Nothing is played safe. This category is the best far in my opinion. It's really intense, fast-paced, and difficult. Besides a short section on Butter Bridge. But yeah, this is one of the many categories picked up by the game, but is agreed upon by the community that it's worth doing. It's much more like watching sort of like a Mario 3 run or another Mario where you can't cape over the levels and you can't use the warp. So it's not it's quick with that, but it's more,
It's a good category though. I mean, it's pretty clever, and it's what we call a real fake run as opposed to a fake run. It's not like a fake category.
Yeah. It's not an arbitrary category. It has thought behind it, and it's interesting. And
it's a real arbitrary category.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's really interesting that the strats people use and stuff is unique. They're different.
Sick. He bounced off that spike so that he could keep his fireballs. That's just insane. Sorry.
I haven't got to that.
All right, yeah, but there's just lots of cool stuff. I ran this category like way back years ago, and there was not all these strats didn't exist. A lot of the stuff, so it's just so cool to see this.
Yeah, this is one of the categories that people really like to race as well. When Mario World was really big for racing, so it's really cool to see different style. Like really shows the game differently without a cape.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally different looking.
Man, this running through the Bowser Castle with the Bones thing is pretty nuts too.
Hmm.
Dude, this is clean.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me know when we can move on. I'm just watching.
We're good.
Oh, we'll
Go ahead.
That's fine. We have Swamp Thing by Mecha Richter. NES any percent at 1428. Who says, my original goal for this game was sub 15 minutes. Then I found a glitch in the final stage that allows me to walk in midair and walk straight to the end. This saved about 30 seconds. The glitch works by going back into the tree after you defeat the boss. I'm assuming that, okay, whatever, I'll accept it. Your animation has to get cut off by the cutscene, then you'll finish when the stage starts, and that screws with your vertical position. You can do this by possessing the popcorn.
Possess the popcorn.
Possess.
Crystal beans.
Crystal beans. Flower thing that refills your health, but it will crash the game or auto reset. I have no plans to improve this time because despite a couple mistakes, my execution was really solid and my final boss luck was incredible. I can't. I don't know what's up with this week. It's insane. It's just full of people with silly names and weird ass like references or like deeply contextual things without context. I don't know.
Possess the popcorn.
Okay, we have 3 records left. Let's go. I don't know. Anyone want to read one desperately?
How do you read something desperately? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I don't know. This is the Goonies 2 NES any percent. No, okay. I'll take this one then. It's fine. Any percent 1710 by Darkwing Duck. Again, because of the generous viewers I have, I was able to secure funding to AGDQ and reveal and play my mystery game, Goonies 2. Old Run was Dragon Dark 1725 a few years ago. My first stream netted a 1716, sorry. Second stream lowered it to a better 1716. My last stream cut it to 1710. Expect this game to show up a few more consecutive weeks here at the TSSB. I do use the fully written. Do I use the fully written out then in acronym form?
That's actually in the comment. He's asking.
Yeah, he does, and I
To
would
the
say
TSSB.
I would
Like,
say no.
Right after you hit
because
the ATM
acronym-
machine
yeah.
and enter your
Yeah.
PIN number.
Exactly.
Then-
Once it's involved in the acronym, I would suggest in future, Darkwing, like I'm sure this is the conclusion you came to, you would just avoid the whole conundrum by just saying here on TSSB. And then you don't need to use the article. You can just say on, and then we don't have to rack our brains about this one. We don't have to have discussions and confusing arguments about English. But hey, anyway, for a couple of reasons. 1, Dragon Dark is defending, and 2, I've actually beaten the video I submitted, but it had a death where I lost a lot of time. Was 7 seconds ahead at the time and finished a 1/10 of a second ahead. Are you good enough for the Goonies? Too long didn't read. TSSB version. Run is crap. Will be better.
Okay, run is crap. Will be better. That's now we're
That's
back
like
in
a
familiar
very
territory.
different. Like when he extends it, it sounds optimistic and hopeful and good, and then when he shortens it, not so much. So yeah, this is Goonies. This is like these were like a group of kids in America that lived in a sewer, right?
In the sewer?
Did they live in a sewer?
They probably lived in houses and in apartments
Oh.
and whatnot, I think.
Did they meet up in a sewer or something? Like I think there's a sewer involved.
There is definitely some sewers, or is it like an underground cave or something? There's definitely some subterranean things happening in it. Yes.
Right. And there's a fat one. One of them's fat.
Yeah, Truffle Shuffle.
You're American. Can you contribute? Fat, live underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get all of my Goonies things from the references that they force on us in American TV shows, where everyone's meant to know the Goonies, and they're like, "Oh, you're like a Goonie," and I'm like, "Don't know what that means," but it's cool. It's cool. Let's forget all about living underground, being fat, and being Goonies, and instead go into space in school spacesuits and be Sam Gideon. So it's Vanquish again, half coordinated, improved. Casual difficulty without DLC in 140.27. It's only a 3-second improvement, but a 28-second improvement to my sum of best splits. That's pretty cool. Lost significant time to Burns making me wait because he felt like I didn't appreciate him enough. That's Burns for you. Yeah, weekly reminder to play Vanquish. It's bloody brilliant. And then finally, William Shatner's Tech War. This is PC any percent no vert? I don't know if that's meant to be novice or what that word is. Is this novert? That's what it says. Novert. But anyway, it's 11:24 by Util, and he just says, "I want to get off Mr. Shatner's wild ride." So you go, someone else ran Tech Wars. I'm the one that isn't Adam or Oasis ran Tech War. Good job, Util. Congratulations on the novert difficulty. But... oh boy, apparently someone has a 1707 in Goonies too.
Yep, my boy Bacord.
Well, there you go. Why didn't you chime up when I was asking all about these Goonies questions?
Because you're asking about the Goonies, not the game.
Right.
Man.
Oh my gosh. But there you go. What's his name? Pickord?
Yeah.
There you go. Check that out, Darkwing Duck, and come back stronger than ever.
Oh, goodness. Well, we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of this.
We'll get... yeah. Is that a Goonies phrase?
No.
Oh,
Sure.
I thought you were Goonies. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, that's all our records for today.
Woohoo.
Would like to thank you all for making these lovely records and sending them in. Would be a good point of us to mention one more time that DreamHack is going to be on starting this week. On Thursday night, there's going to be the fancy swanky Dream Arena live speedrun event, hopefully commentated and hosted by myself and Adam and probably other people. I'm going to gribbity grab the schedule thing for that. Dream, it should be here somewhere. I'm gonna go grab that. Yeah, I found it. Post that in the chat. But there's a bunch of games. It's on Thursday night. Is going to be the main event, but it's running till Saturday anyway. There's going to be more runs. This is a live speedrun event. If you're going to DreamHack for some reason, come say hi. We last time were behind caged walls. So you can come look at us like animals, but I've heard that section is going to be improved, so there's going to be some cool people going. Check that one out. Also, in cool speedrun news, Fiesel, would you like to tell us a bit about SGL?
Sure. I would love to tell you about this. Okay, so SGL is something that we did it last year. We started this and did a bunch of episodes of it, but SGL, Speed Gaming League, is a show idea that I made up, and a bunch of great people helped me to make it happen. And the idea is we get a bunch of players together who speedrun different games. They get assigned a game and they have a week to work on it. It's usually just a couple levels of the game. It's not the whole thing. It's something relatively short. And then they compete in matches where they have 30 minutes to try to get the best run they can of some short goal of that game. And basically whoever gets the best time at the end of that match wins. And they do several different games in an episode, usually a couple matches of the game that they've had a week to practice, and then they're also assigned mystery games, so games that are chosen and they don't find out about it until an hour before the matches begin, and so they've got to sort of make up their strats on the fly. The real challenge of it, I guess, is in routing games and getting good at them quickly, and basically acquiring speedrun skill for a game that you have no prior experience with. That's one of the requirements. The players can't have any real speedrun experience with the games prior to it. And so we're bringing this back again. A bunch of people have already signed up. If you're interested in signing up, send us a message at, you can email us at tssbreak@gmail.com, I guess is a good way to do it. Or you can tweet at us on Twitter, Sunday Sequence Break.
At TSS Break as well.
It's at TSS Break, right? Or tweet at me at Fiesel0. Well, yeah, it is kind of long. I thought about that, but we didn't. So at TSS Break, or you can tweet at Fiesel0, and I will handle getting you signed up for it. But we're having our first episode of the second part of this season. The reboot of this is happening this Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, on this channel. So tune in then and watch it. And if you're interested in playing, or if you're interested in helping us come up with goals, we play NES and Super NES games currently, although we'll eventually be expanding as soon as we can, as soon as I can wrap my head around Lua scripting and other emulators besides, the FCEUX and SNES 9X. We'll be expanding there, but for now it's NES and SNES games, so let us know if you want to play
really cool.
or help out. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Really cool thing. I've heard some people recently talking about it, saying how great it was. We have a suggestion, by the way, from Mike the Viewer, if it can be called Speed G League, the Speed Gaming League.
Right, that's right.
That's going to be the new name. Yeah, that's really cool to hear. Like, I actually didn't know that you were bringing this back, and we were talking with Mythical the other day. I was about like how cool the SGL was, and I was like, yeah, it'll be cool if Feasel would get it going again, but like I know it was a lot of work. And then suddenly, like when I was away, I saw this tweet, and I was like, wait, what?
Yep.
Feasel's doing it again. But it's got a swanky new website. It's really cool. It's nice if it's going to be on those days. I can help out some more. Last time they were on Thursday nights, and
we'll probably still do Thursday nights as well, but I want to also get Saturdays in so that the Europeans and whatnot don't have to stay up till 4 in the morning in order to participate.
Yeah, exactly. It's sweet. It's really smoothly run. Like the one I was a part of was an absolute blast. So please check out Speed Gaming TV. All that, and we'll be tweeting about it. We'll be getting it. It'll be on this channel, so you guys already know about the channel. So check it out.
They're doing Castlevania 3 is the game that's being worked on this week. It's the players are Dragon Dark, Omni Gamer, Conanophone, and Mythical 9 are going to be facing off in Castlevania 3 and some other games, mystery games that won't be revealed until Saturday. So who knows what they will be?
Can we confirm? Are they low G bad, the low gravity bad?
Yes. I can confirm that is one or both of the mystery games.
Nice. All right. But yeah, check that out. Please look at that. We're going to run some ads after the show. Please just watch some ads. They'll be running afterwards, so you won't miss anything. There won't be anything to miss. Just helps us afford our servers and so on, so that paying for the websites isn't so bad. So that'll be cool if you could do that. We'd like to thank our very special guests, Beuchi and IonG. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us.
No problem. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to make? Anybody you'd like to say hi or things?
Yeah, shout-outs to my boys in the Squid Click, like Used Pizza, and the person listening to this right now.
Hmm?
Yep.
Yeah.
Neat. The person
Beuchi?
listening to this.
Yep.
That's me.
Every single person. Yeah, that's you.
He's talking to me.
Oh my god. Dude, I know that guy. Feasel, get me into the Squid Click.
All right.
Beuchi, anything?
Not really.
No? All right.
The shout-out.
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
it.
Go follow these two on Twitch and watch their runs. Go watch Ape Escape 2. Get involved in the Ape Escape scene. It's cool. It's fun to watch monkeys. It's fun to watch monkeys kill runs. It's fun to get runs killed by monkeys. Generally, if there's monkeys involved, you need to be a part of this. But go check them out, I mean. That's why we do these shows, to get these people some exposure. But awesome. We'd like to thank our guests again, being great. Watch some ads. We're going to find someone to raid. And, oh yeah, we need to do that. Shoot. Let's look for someone to raid. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to search for the word ape.
You're gonna search for the word ape and just raid whoever's got.
Yeah, there is actually a stream of someone doing it, but hey, let's check this one. With you, is this a viable raid? Oh no, that's the wrong chat. Is this a viable raid target, Ion?
Yes, he's very good.
Fantastic. That's perfect mundo. We're gonna raid Kintonians with the message
what was it? Possess the popcorn?
Oh, possess the popcorn? I was gonna go with Ape runs, the Ape Escape runs, but we can go with possess the popcorn. Let's go with possess the popcorn. and we're going to be raiding. Well, that's the word ape. That's not his link. Kintonians. Message that with possess the popcorn. I am really good at this show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. And please watch some ads after the show.
Right.
Sweet. He's playing Ape Escape 2, for the record. I didn't mention that.
Cool. And by the way, monkeys are not apes. So there, I said it. I saved it till the end. I didn't want to ruin everyone's fun.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. See you guys. Thanks.
The Sunday sequence break.